I want to get high.
Welcome to the edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn. Dave's not here, but he's on his way.
He's on his way.
He's out in the parking lot. He's just...
He doesn't even know.
He's just driving behind.
No, he got turned around,
You think he's listening?
Turned around?
Yeah, how does he get turned around? I don't know.
Do you think he's listening? Because I can press the button.
Of course he's listening.
Oh, dude, push the button. He's not listening.
Is he listening?
No.
Let's do it.
You, Dave.
Oh, dude, you can't do that.
Oh,
You can't do that.
he just turned around again.
He's left. He's
but
going home.
on purpose this time instead of...
We got a full... We got
once
again, another full show. They always come together. They come in groups. We have nothing. Some weeks we have nothing. Zero. This week we got overloaded. Because we're making up for the snowpocalypse episode where we were supposed to have our two guests that are here, which is amazing that they all showed up because usually once you've missed that mark, it's kind of gone. We have Stacy coming in from Ghost in the Machine talent, and we have the Diamond Mine in the house. I don't even know your name.
James.
There you go. I keep it like that.
I'm feeling fucking zooted.
And Dave's, like I said, Dave's on his way. But we also got Colin hanging out there from Green Bros, from our buddies at Green Bros. And we just did a little demo with some of the M1. It's the M1, right?
Ooh, now we're talking.
The Big Daddy trimmer with the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt was the shit. Right?
Yeah. Did you see the Instagram story I posted with the Willy Wonka music?
Should we play that?
Yeah, we probably should.
It's that juice box on the link on our deal there.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there. It's on the page. I did my homework. And also going to be talking to OMG venues in New York who are going to be. We have a big announcement, but that'll be at the end of the show. So we'll save that for later. And I want to do a big shout out to Mom who's watching Stacy right now.
Hi, Mom. I'm on TV.
Yeah, she's huge. She's blowing up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I playing on her page here?
The latest two clips that she made from
the last two clips.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Stacy's mom.
Oh yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, we just announced her, so I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the worst. I
don't know.
It'd be perfect timing.
Just make sure I'm playing the right stuff here.
Oh, there's Mom.
There
The middle video?
Nope.
Oh, nope, it's in my stories.
Oh, it's in
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of stories. Yeah.
Do you want me to not go through them?
Yeah.
I saw you.
No, you can go through.
Oh, go through all her old stories.
All of them. Just go through.
No, I saw
Here's
you
my-
arriving yesterday. I saw you arriving.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, before we
Yeah,
even start.
We have a little party before the Trees Red Rock show here tomorrow at 4:20, and it's gonna be like a little reunion because I'm not really from Colorado, but I went to school here. I lived here for 7 years, and this is like where I got my like dance music community badge of honor, I guess.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the latest video on the stories is you'll see a conveyor belt going up with weed in it. None of zip, nop.
Okay, I didn't know.
I know.
Wow.
Well, there's some drum and bass for you.
A lot of stuff going on here.
Well, it's kind of my job.
Here we go. Get some sound on there too. She did such a good job with her soundtrack. Can we get? I don't know if we get tagged. Is that gonna get us in trouble?
I'll just do it. I mean, people got the gist there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go follow Juice
Pretty
Box.
sick.
Yeah.
And go
follow
check it
me.
out.
It is amazing. Yeah, it's really dope. It's like, especially if you're just doing if you're really on that production and you're just like, you've gotten over the fact of like staring at every bud and it's so beautiful, bro. You just like push it through, make it happen. You know what I mean? And again, see all that stainless gets you excited, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
Stainless.
How much is that?
With stainless steel, of course.
So the big that trimmer and conveyor is 36. 38?
With the scale on.
Oh yeah, with the scale, because it has a scale that connects directly to metric.
You can get all the
And then sorts by sizes.
And then you have a separate sorter. That's another 17,000. Say work smarter, not harder. You may have a potential other customer in here, Colin. You never know. May make a sale before you even. Like an hour or so, and then he has. Did you have a video of the spinny deal on there yet? Or not?
What?
I actually didn't. It's
Okay.
on my Insta360, so I'll have like a video ready in about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's that. And so yeah, because he has another one called the Alchemist, which
There
is
you
that,
are.
You seen that one? The square. There it is. So each tray's got 4 trays inside of it. So it's bouncing each tray.
And that's it.
Did he do it
Clean-
again?
Clean all 4 trays, and it all. What I liked about it was that fact that it stuck to that stainless so nice.
Sticks on their knives.
Yeah, because it's the contamination always happens on the putting it in and taking it out. Like that's always where you fuck up. Like as you opening up whatever unit it is, or this pollinator or anything, like that's where you fuck it up. Like you open it up and then something gets in there, and then you have to clean the whole thing.
Yep.
Because you got that little bit of contaminant in there. But so Stacy's had quite the education since she's been here. She's only been arrived at noon or 1. And
Doing the Instagram.
Really weird because I started smoking weed at 16. But yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a perfect match.
Yeah, actually, I brought my weed, like my edibles, and I wanted to show you guys like how I bring them on the airplane because I am from a conservative state.
allegedly.
So it's generally no, but it's a camera bag. It's okay. Yeah, it's the top one.
I'll let somebody else do that work.
Look at this. And you all should try the next one. Yeah, wear the orange one. All right. Yep. Let's see. This is how.
No, they're not going to touch those.
Oh, yeah. Well, and they're not allowed to ask what it is. I mean, it's a sugar-coated edible, and it's prenatal sugar-coated vitamins.
I mean, it's good. Looks good to me.
I will take one. You guys should have one. These are really
You
good.
can't be giving people
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah, these are 50s.
They're our friends.
Oh, really? Well, good.
They've been on the show.
Will they hook me up?
Now,
With some free
one
product?
is actually one of the few that I know are good because they're all packed
Working
in.
the
Yeah,
inside.
that's good.
I like free
many bad.
stuff.
Once you go like,
free stuff is good.
if you
I
chew
like
on it and it bounces back, it's a bad. It's like
Yeah.
it's like out the door at that point. Oh, you're fired, bro. We already hired Stacy. She's our new co-host,
Woo!
permanent. She's moving in. She's taking over.
And would you like a prenatal?
Oh, yeah, I am planning on,
Oh, so tell them who they're from. Tell them who they are.
Yeah, yeah, and this is what I was telling you. Yeah, this is how I bring them on the airplane.
She said that they're Wana.
These are edibles.
They're from Wana.
Yeah.
They're Wana.
we're gonna get along splendidly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's why I put. That's why we see we got the hashy side with all the good fun stuff that you can't play with, and then you get to eat prenatals.
Yeah.
Well, most people think I'm pregnant anyway.
True that.
I just felt like there needed to be some feminine
postpartum.
energy here.
Postpartum day.
My boobs are sagging a little. We get it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What do you got there?
Is this Boulder
Oh,
Bill?
hold on, hang on.
Hold on.
So this is from the guys at Area 420.
Oh, okay.
So there's something here, and something there.
Gotcha. The guys, meaning like
From Mike Biggio
Yes.
and from Brain
that
Strap.
looks pretty good.
Yeah. And this is from Strap, and this is from Strap.
Double strap, triple strap.
Yeah.
Want your
Smells
prenatal?
like brownie. It smells like brownie mix almost. Like a brownie mix vibe.
Oh, that's a good.
He's like,
that's a good-
no.
That's what I'm trying to
kind of right. It's like, brownie mix.
Yeah, it does.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
My mic's not. There we go.
Now that we squeezed it a little, though, there's a little terpene. It's like a
Now I'm
terpenoline
holding on
brownie.
like a baby. There we go.
I love it when you get obscure flavors though, like when you're like what, and then it's good when other people reinforce it. Like
Oh,
when,
yeah.
Like when you say it and they go, nah, I don't know what you're talking about, and you're like, what's wrong with me? But when you're like, dude, that even sometimes it's like green tea, or you get these like subtle ones which don't have much flavor, but then once you catch it, you're like, oh wait a minute, go a little bit of green tea in there, and then once you lock in on it, I had curry flavor sometimes where you're like, that's strange, and then you show somebody, but then a week later, gone.
Yeah.
Like you caught it at that.
Oh.
That
phase.
wave.
I was
I mean,
supposed-
that's the thing, like with batter, is that, like after
Missed
a week or so
opportunity.
of it just chilling in the jar, it takes on like completely different like embodiment of terps.
Yeah, I think it's always in flux. Like all product, no matter if like, from the day you harvest till the time you consume it, there's multiple waves of flavors and changes, and sometimes you miss them. Like sometimes just bad storage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, especially Colorado. Colorado's the worst.
Yeah.
Like here we have this like window of hours, you know what I mean? Where you're like, hey, it's perfect.
It's
and then all of a sudden you're
pretty
like,
dry here,
oh, I
for sure.
can open it. I left the jar off for like an hour.
Yeah.
And it killed
Yeah.
the terps, So let's talk, like, while you
just
guys
back
are.
up for a sec. What is that?
Oh, you missed out, bro. You don't even know.
Hook me up.
I got you.
Make me cough.
I would like
so
some
it's-
too,
Make
please.
me cough red, and it'll make
we even
Mr.
talked
X
about
very
this yet?
happy.
We haven't talked about it yet. We're going to talk
Oh,
about it now,
good.
though. So what's really cool,
It's
which he
way
showed
cool.
You'll
me,
get it.
is the fact that it's not heating up the banger.
Yeah, it's like ferronucleotide
It's heating up.
fluid,
So
man.
inside that
Just kidding.
capsule is a steel rod.
Plutonium?
No, it's just
Spent
regular
uranium.
steel.
Spent uranium.
Kryptonite?
Yes. No, we don't want that. That's bad for me.
Oh, it's bad for you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good for me.
Kryptonite?
Yeah, sure.
No,
It's only bad
You're
for
super.
Superman.
That's right. So it's steel inside of crystal, or inside of quartz. And this heats it up. How does it heat it up now?
Electromagnetic induction.
Whoa!
Wow, flux capacitor over here.
So,
Give me 3 flux capacitors.
Okay.
and the benefit is that it heats up the
attention.
quartz first, and then
Inside the quartz thing, not the
and then the
banger part.
oil afterwards. So the banger itself doesn't really get hot, just the rod that's heating up the oil.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Context is everything in
Yeah.
what you just said.
I have never heard
Pass
of a
that
thing
on
like
down.
this.
It's ready to go.
Here you go. Ready to go. Hey, ready to go.
Ready to go.
I'm watching to make sure when I do it, I don't look stupid.
I'll take care of the looking stupid
news
for all
tonight.
of us.
There's
Awesome.
the Tyson fight and the first Nuggets game in a week,
We're
so
reheating it up for you.
You have to reheat
And that's
it.
interesting too, because the fact that it doesn't get too scorched, you can pretty much keep putting it back until it's finished, and then because that's like
That's
I mean,
smart.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
think of how many
right through
dabs
your-
were wasted over the years,
Rolled
where
right
you're like
through,
you
yeah.
come in, you do your dab, and then you just wipe it out, and you're just like thinking to yourself, there's a lot more.
That was really good. Best.
You want to go for your first dab ever on the most
Yes.
most exclusive
Very
dab
hot.
ever? Go for it. Just
No, don't touch it.
hit harder. Yeah,
Harder.
There you go.
boom.
Action, Jackson. There you go.
Exhale.
Mom, she did not do that, by the way. That
And
was an optical.
Oh, that's
illusion.
right.
And that wasn't a whole lot either. So I didn't get a lot of cough. So I think I'm going to have to do that again, Mom.
Did you tell? Wait, does Mark and Vinny know that while
It heats
we're
up really
standing there
fast, though.
doing the
Yeah,
Green
it
Burst
does. And that's the
demonstration,
thing,
she
too,
tells
though,
us
that
that Mom
you
watches
gotta-
our show.
Oh,
Don't need
wow,
to hit it
nice.
super hard, but hard enough to get.
Yeah, you got to get it spinning.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's the key. But no, it's also a lot of times too. That was as a stoner, we hate to wait around too
Feels
much. So
good.
the quicker you can do it without it becoming an issue.
Hey, and also I want to give a quick shout out to Uncut Bush for the Uncut Bush Bud Cam.
This is from Uncut.
Oh, I was wondering where that came from.
Well, yeah, dude.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be from me.
Thank you, Uncut.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bruce.
And that is some blue sushi right there. That's
Blue
picture. That's
sushi.
under the microphone.
Whose sushi is it?
It's for me.
It's from him, dude.
There you go.
But the camera, how do we turn it on?
Well, it's over
hooked up to the thing.
And see how it
It's
is
on
over
piece.
there?
Oh!
Okay. All right.
And so this is obviously goes to 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does for sure,
It's
but
got to go to 11. I mean,
You'll cook the shit out of it if it gets like. So that thing is just a timer for it being on.
so it's the same heat levels, but different times.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so what is the actual number? Do you know? Does it have a certain particular?
I like 30 seconds. That seems to be the sweet spot where you don't burn the oil.
Nah.
Okay.
Are you
Is that delayed
okay?
reaction?
That is the greatest. Now that I'm thinking about
You're making
it,
me want to cough.
Dave's coughs
Oh.
are infectious.
The 90s, my man.
There's
Fascinating.
no carb on top of it, right?
Yeah, no.
it's so tasty.
Right?
What is
Yeah.
this?
I think that one's candied limes. No, Red Pop Runs.
Wow.
Yeah. And see, like that's
So
the
that's
thing.
that's the same. That is the same as that then, right? Red Pop Rocks is Bay Area Red Pop Rocks, right? Isn't
No,
it?
Red Pop Runs.
Raw runs. It's the Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fucking delicious, dog. That's fucking.
So let me get this straight. The banger's not getting heated. It's an induction in the, what are you calling it?
Correct.
The crystal in there?
Capsule. So the capsule's
capsule.
made of quartz.
Got it.
And the steel's inside the quartz. So it's electromagnetically
So
heating
genius.
the steel to the quartz and then melt like.
That's so fucking genius.
Pretty tight.
How do we not hear about this? Who made this?
The company's Inductor out of Austin, and they've had it for like a while now, 4 or 5 years.
Come on.
And this is their second version. The other one had like a whip.
Hey,
Same,
Dave, get us
same
one.
tech, but yeah.
Yeah, Dave, get on it. Dave, get on it.
You got it. Give me their address. Give me their name.
You're gonna see some groveling going on.
No groveling. This
Physics and shit like that.
this is not a match made in heaven for this show. Are you kidding me?
It's pretty awesome.
This is the most perfect device. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give credit to fucking Mr. X.
All four of us will
bringing
have.
you
Oh,
here.
goddamn you, Mr.
Oh my
X.
God.
I'm just sitting here like thinking, when did like we get so complicated? And I thought stoners were lazy.
2012.
This is high tech.
We're gonna
Well, I was
break every
going 12, yeah.
stereotype on the
2012.
show.
Yeah, you think so?
2012, pretty
Skillet.
much. Yeah.
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 Skillet.
Skillet was
Skillet.
that was kind of one of the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when Nick Tannen showed up with the fucking the hair straightener and was standing at his booth, just
that was
squeezing.
round two. That was round two.
Yeah, that was.
What is this?
Making rosin with a hair straightener.
Now you're familiar with rosin, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it first started, it was a bunch of dudes stealing their girlfriend's hair straighteners and smashing them all to bits.
Do
So,
you
like-
remember we joked
T-shirt
that
presses.
from 2012 to 2014 you could not find a Revlon hair straightener in Boulder County.
I was
Everyone
just, I was just at King Super. There, I saw she got a good one this time. Yeah, we're talking. That was your first real dab. That was your first real dab.
Hi, Mom. I'm so sorry.
And Mom, in case you're wondering, it's Adam is the bad influence. I was very supportive and told her don't do drugs.
Yeah, you can tell for sure. This is definitely a little bonus to the show here because we already knew you had killer hash. We already knew you had good. Okay, we already knew you had the extracts locked down. Now we even see you got the apparatus to make it work even better because that is like literally. I like it because it's also safe too. The way it's designed, it's not like not a lot of moving parts.
Nothing's really that hot.
There's nothing getting super high exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
I mean, I think everybody got back in the day the original,
Oh, yeah.
the original tattoos on
Over
the
the spot.
inside of the arm, like. "Ah."
Are you trying to say it's like the moniker should be Dave Can't Break It?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think I can already see that the problem would be that like that would be the
Yeah.
issue.
You just got to be careful putting
If
it
somebody
in
doesn't
taking it
understand it, they kind of try to pull it out.
Yeah.
Now, how well? I mean, let's talk numbers now. Is this thing like over or under $1,000?
out. Over.
This is where
Over.
Dave checks
Well,
out.
hang
Yeah.
on. No, hang on. I got us a $1,700 rig from Stunden Glass.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So we're not
We
out
have to
of
get
the
her on
realm
that
of.
later if you really
So
want.
it's gone high tech and very expensive.
I'm not sharing one with you
so
guys.
awesome.
That's the other apparatus.
I am learning so many
Yeah.
new things.
So
Welcome
what?
to
It's
the
like
Adam Dunn Show.
I believe they're 1,200.
12. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's on the
We'll
low end.
We'll take two.
It's on the low end there. How many do you think they made? Because like we said, we haven't seen them. So
I don't know. I think he just does batches. So,
sounds exactly like my friend Colin over at Green Bros. Just does batches, man. Whenever you need one, you need one.
Yeah, I
He
think-
doesn't even do batches. He does
Just
made
flick it,
to
yeah.
order.
Yes, just flick the switch on.
Switches on the side there. Yeah, there you go.
He's married. He has trouble flicking switches.
Oh, yeah.
Switches are problematic. Hey, thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Batches, yes, sir. Batches.
Or individual orders, of course. So, and is this the only configuration, or is there some other? You said this is number 2, right?
Yeah, number 2. They had one. The original one had like a center module instead of this setup, and then it had like a whip that came off of it.
And you would put the whip inside the thing and heat it up? Or?
No, like it had this whole module that came out of the middle and had these little glass vials that screwed into the bottom of it, and then it went into a rig like that.
Yeah, I think I think the whip was another big issue. That was a problem because it was like that was where you fuck it up. Like that's when something would get knocked off your table or whatever. Or
And then
and that was usually where the contact point would always fuck up too.
what's rad too is that this thing's on like so you can raise and lower it. So whatever rig you're smoking out of, you can have it go into like
Genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius.
Little,
Kind of looks like a theremin or something.
Yeah, it could be if it had a
Yeah.
theremin built in, that'd be pretty dope.
and then I think he has a new
make a
one where
synthesizer,
the rod's on a pivot. So if you have like a banger that's a 45,
Sure.
you can tilt the whole thing into it.
Very cool.
Stoners think of everything.
I like the
Everything.
I need to
overbuiltness
change
of it
my,
all, too.
my
That's-
motto,
Anything.
man. I'm going to get into the smoking utensils.
Colin, we need to make one of these.
I
Colin,
think so.
get to work.
On it.
He'll have it done by the end of the show. Have it built.
Green banger.
More science on the Adam Dunn Show today.
Jeez. So Austin, you said? Austin, Texas? They're from Austin.
Dig it. That's one of the only 2 safe havens in Texas.
Safe. Nothing safe.
Is it though?
No, Austin's pretty safe.
I lived there, and I did not like living there. I lived there for 1 year, and I had to get out.
No way. Oh.
Yeah, because everyone would like come to work and drink like 5 Dr. Peppers a day. Here I am with the Coca-Cola, but whatever. I was like, I am not ready for this settle down in my life, and so I moved to LA.
That's funny.
So let's see.
It does have the best food though, so
Right.
if you're gonna get high, you should get high in Austin.
It was the choice between Austin, Texas, or California, Los Angeles. And you chose Los Angeles? Good choice.
Yeah,
Is there,
I love
is there
LA.
Outdoor?
Me too.
yeah.
That's the outdoor. Right?
It's weird.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it's
only
all
ever
outdoor.
visited, but
It's all
I
right.
like it.
Yeah. I haven't looked at it yet.
This is not.
I
This is
saved
from the
it.
Flower Factory, right? That is not outdoor.
It's from.
Strap,
we know
tell
him.
us.
It's not from Strap or from
Oh, it's not.
no. It's someone they called and came down.
Not regrets. No regrets.
No,
guys.
Regerts gave me a jar, but I left that at home. I rolled a joint of it
I have
last
a
night.
regret now. I have,
How,
I have
how do you
one
guys
regret.
keep track of all of this? Like, is
Stoner
it,
meth.
Well, okay, so you can become a cicerone. Like, is there not one for
Yes, yes, there is.
like, there is? What is it called?
Well, I mean, there's a few different versions of them, like a sommelier. You mean, as far as like?
Yeah.
We have Gangier, which is a group out
A
of.
gangier.
No.
That's what they call themselves.
That was
but,
the-
I don't
but
know
We're a
if that-
little bit, you know.
I don't know
it's
about
one of
that.
The, it's
But
one of those.
what does Max call himself? What's this?
He is a
A terpinator.
terpinator or something.
I like that one better.
Interpreter.
A
Interpreter.
Interpreter.
A interpreter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one I would say is worthy. He's pretty
He's
smart.
legit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's him, and it's like to teach
I
that to
know.
somebody. It's not that easy. You can't just be like, you know.
Well, it's experience, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, those certifications are hard to get, but it's like, isn't it always evolving?
I mean, the
too?
whole. I mean, well, here's what happened. Is that when we
What
got
do you need?
So,
Like
so
a
the problem
good,
is
a
when.
good palate, a good nose. What is it that you need to be a?
Well, I just told
Yes.
him that this smelled
Yeah.
like brownies and it
Well,
smelled like
yes.
brownies. So I'm fucking
Both.
I'm raising my hands. I win.
Good
Sommelier
eyes,
of
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, where are we
It's-
at here? I'm
it's
trying
an
to understand.
olfactory. It's an
Not
olfactory.
just
don't know.
anybody can be a.
Adam and I did pretty good there.
Terminator.
Adam's really good at like
I don't think I
naming
can.
what
You
it
know what I'm
smells
saying?
like.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Yeah,
have some kind of
totally.
special.
One at a
gift.
time, everybody.
or taste.
I'm still trying to get my question in. That's all.
Go ahead.
Tell us.
Yeah. What do you need to be a terpinator? Like, is it a
terpinator.
nose, a
Terpinator.
palate? What is it?
Yes.
It's
Just yes.
Okay.
Well, yes. You
have to be
said
able
it.
Like a
connect-
sommelier.
you have
You
to
got
be
the
able to
same
connect-
qualifications.
You have to be able to connect the flavors, the smells, and all of the above. Like in your, you have to be able to see that meeting point.
Yeah,
because
but you
have.
have to have like
You have to have
like you have to have
experience,
some genetic.
No, not necessarily.
That's just,
I think-
yeah, kind of, sort of. Sommeliers
Like a
have-
super
Two-
taster?
Yeah,
two
no, yeah,
levels.
you have to
Yeah.
have a really good sense of
Well,
both
two-
smell and taste.
That you do, but as far as knowing like what strains are, like I think that is the next level, right? And that you really got to be a grower, more or less, in my opinion, or you have to be a guy who sells a ton of weed because you see a lot of weed coming through. Whereas if you're just a consumer and you're out there buying weed, you're not going to ever get to that level. You know what I mean? You have to like just be immersed in it. Where you
Yeah,
see, and you see
that's
it when
me.
you talk to people who are buyers, and you can see it. They're tired, but they're like they're looking at weed all day long. So if something pops out to them or makes a fucking impact, then it has to be fucking really good. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're just like, oh, I want to learn how to become a ganja sommelier, it's like, yeah, you're gonna never like figure that out. You know?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's nuance in there that most of us don't have the ability to detect. I mean, that's how a sommelier can taste. They learn to
they know
break
their
down the
terroir.
flavors,
They know
but
the
they also
terroir. They'll know exactly where it comes from, and yeah,
Sure,
for sure.
but they have a
And with cannabis, though, the
genetic
problem
ability
is
to do
that
some
we.
of that.
I kind of disagree with the whole genetic thing. I think it can be
I don't at
true.
all. I mean, if you like a perfumer, some people who do perfume, there's like one out of 1,000 people can have that sense of smell.
Oh no,
to
there's
be in
super
the perfume
smellers.
business like that.
There's super tasters and there's
yeah.
super smellers out there for sure.
I think it's called neurodivergence.
Maybe.
Yes,
okay,
but,
fair enough. But I mean, it's
But
not like.
not all sommeliers are super smellers.
But that's why they're not all at the top of the game.
To be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
I mean,
can
it's a
tell that.
palate.
I'm
It's a
good
palate
at
thing.
Not
You
a lot
have
of
to be able
smell,
to
but
taste
it's
some stuff. I don't
Got
know.
that tacky.
Yeah, you're supposed to be
more
able
of
to
a-
taste the notes, and that's what I'm saying. Like when we're talking about pot, like how many notes are there? Like is pot really like that much
12.
in depth?
Shit.
Yeah,
I want to hear from this crowd specifically.
Yeah, and even
for
more
sure.
so than wine, possibly.
Then tell me.
Well, wine
Oh,
has very limited amount of grapes to deal with, right? You're only
Right.
dealing with like X amount of grapes out there, and it's all about vintages and years, and then learning all of those. Whereas cannabis, it's very
Yeah, but I mean, these guys can tell you the country that it was and the year and the soil and the conditions. I mean, that's just intricacies.
But that's not because their brain is telling them that's because they've smelt it before and they remember it and they draw.
But they
that.
can make
Sure.
a distinction between those things and pull those out. Whereas somebody like me, I promise you, my palate is not good enough to pull out those distinctions. I do pretty good with.
I think
some,
with
some
anything,
range
it's
of
going to
smells,
be.
but
it's
What do you
gonna
mean?
be
You were
experience.
able to tell the Budweiser last night at the Dark Horse, right? No, I mean whatever the beer was that you got. I mean, you were able to say this is a really good beer, right?
You could say this is a Budweiser.
Fair, but again, I wouldn't be able to tell you that it was noble hops or anything like that because I don't, my palate.
Well,
doesn't
that's when I
get the
quit drinking.
distinction.
So that's exactly when I quit drinking is when I figured out what hops I liked, and I started to get into that zone where I was like, no, I like mosaic hops only, and I'd be like, no, that's my beer right there. So I was getting a little too deep into it, and I think it's the same with anything. So
That's me.
That was with 50 years of experience or 45.
I mean, I don't disagree that you can train yourself and learn, obviously.
But with cannabis, the
You can be
problem
taught,
is that it's really like there's indoor, there's outdoor, there's press, there's weed that's been fermented that most people now don't have that full range because they weren't dealing with brown weed back away, desperate fucking days.
Brickweed.
And brickweed that we would have mold growing in it and fucking we've been through so many different levels that now. You would never see that. Like no guy out there now is going to ever have that experience.
But the terpenes that
there's
are
some in
all
there.
pretty well known and being able.
There's so many. The combinations are just too much. It's like if you have a handful of dice and every time you roll them, it's just like new combinations come out. So we have hundreds of dice. You know what I mean? Because there's so many. There's 200 plus.
What Dave said, which I thought was interesting, is he said he thinks you could train that. You can learn that distinction, and my thinking is that you have to have a certain level of capability to be able to have.
I think a lot of it depends
recognition of
on
it.
what on how you live your life though too. Like if you're
They've
eating
done
a lot of
studies, yeah.
I mean, I can
food
guarantee
and-
you that you could not get a job as a perfumer without a certain genetic ability, and it's rare. And the same thing with your top sommeliers, that it's genetic, it's rare.
And that's why I think the whole ganja thing's kind of a bogey kind of thing. Because
I
it's
mean-
like, come on down and we'll show you what we. I mean, you definitely
One of my
learn
friends is a
to a certain
level 2
level.
sommelier, and he can do the same kind of things with cannabis,
Okay.
not as to the same level.
Yeah.
But he has an exceptional palate, though. I mean, he can
I mean, my brother would be able to answer this because I use
Call him up right now.
Yeah,
Call him up.
Can we call him?
Call a
Send him the
Zoom
Zoom
link.
link. You want to call a friend?
Send him the Zoom link.
Okay.
Hold on, we're going to phone a friend.
No,
Phone a friend.
And he grows his own too.
You have to send
he
him the
knows his
Zoom
shit.
link, or else we won't be able to hear.
Okay.
He won't be able to hear any.
She's got it.
Oh.
Here, send it. Yes.
Oh, no.
Here, I'm just gonna text my brother a heads up real fast.
No. We
Oh
want it to go
no,
live.
we just want it to go live. Okay.
Yeah, we're
so-
live on the air.
So what do I do?
Gotta send her a link. Hold on. Can you send her? I don't even have my thing right now.
Just send him a Zoom link and he can get on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I'll send you the Zoom link.
I'm high. Well, I'm starting to get high.
Well, another dab, please.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just go FaceTime him, right?
Hang on. I'm going to send you the Zoom link.
If we get the Zoom link, then we can.
Well,
we can
he
all
just
hear.
hooked you up, right?
He's doing it. He's
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh, no, just send the Zoom link. He
He's
just,
got it.
Hang on, hang on.
Thank
we
you
can
for
just-
holding my hand. I don't want to think.
Oh, wait. That one might.
Okay.
Somehow it double did it. Hang on.
Wow, Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Wow.
Okay.
No, it's been doing that.
Wow, you're weird, dude.
Just shh. Here we go.
Copy paste. I know it's hard.
That one right
Boomer
there.
shit.
No, look. I copied and pasted. Look, I pasted. That's what it did first.
Maybe I think I know why, but I'll figure it out. I'll
She's
try
got it. She's got it. Technology.
I
try
have
not to do it
And
this
just
way.
While she's
tell-
waiting for the bro,
Okay, I'll let you know.
we'll go back over to Jay. So what are the
Hey, thanks
flavors
for
did you
getting
want?
back.
Yes, I see you bring all sorts of good stuff.
You can pass it on down to her.
Oh,
What do
my
you think
turn?
about? What do you think about? Okay, so now that you're the diamond mine, and now everybody's like so not anti-diamond, but it definitely seems like the diamond phased out of the.
I think it depends on where you're at.
Yeah,
Because there's some people, and that's
That
all
was-
they,
that was a good
they
one.
just want
Yeah.
diamonds. And
It's
some
interesting.
people want the batter. So.
Una más, por favor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's interesting though too because like
It didn't copy.
I love diamonds also, like especially
I got it.
especially
think
your quality because there's been many times where I've been in a room with a jar of from the diamond mine, and I'm the guy with the best fucking shit like people just going like putting their shit away.
Well, I
Guess we're
think
smoking yours now, so I mean diamond, and I
So
think,
if my brother
but
calls,
I
we'll just
noticed it
go
all
there?
felt like at a certain point everybody just like I'd pull it out and they'd be like, no, I don't really smoke diamonds. Like what's going on here? Seems like a lot of people shifted towards batter because of the convenience of it all being
getting consistency.
equal,
yeah,
equal.
I think so too. I don't know. I think one of the things is that a lot of people like just process for other people. Like we do the whole.
Yeah, you guys do everything.
Yeah, the
Top to
grow, the
bottom.
takedown, the
Right.
extraction. So
Yeah, and the thing is, strain specific things make better diamonds. Probably, I'm sure you figured out which ones are not worth the time and which ones are. And
yeah, and that's kind of interesting too because like it's really the terp profile that causes them either crash out well or doesn't crash out well.
Right.
So yeah, that is something that you got to figure out along the way. And batter's all good, but some of it is so terp heavy that you'll do a run and 4 ounces of terps will come off the batter.
Wow.
So you got to know your strains.
Yeah, and it's what people don't realize is how aggressive terps are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're a solvent
It's
themselves.
their own solvent, and they cause things to. It's like back in the day when everybody was still putting things in paper, and you could get like this soaked thing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'd be like, oh, well, great. What am I gonna do with all that? All the terps ended up in the paper that was wrapped in. So, but now, and also what's interesting too is back in the day with, Rob Clark and Dave Watson were telling me how whenever they would wrap like rubber bands around ounces of weed of haze, specifically haze, it would just eat the rubber band away. Like it would just fall apart.
He said no.
And,
Really?
And
But
if it was
he-
another strain, it would stay
He
stretchy.
might. I'm trying to convince
So
him.
it was like something about it was super aggressive towards that natural rubber.
I mean,
and
that
so like
goes-
the
You
You didn't
insides
just
of the
give
mason
him a
jars
call
would-
live.
like a
you-
little
you
kid.
I would love to give him a
fall
call
apart, you know?
live.
But you, but
No,
gave him a
but
heads
you
up, he said
warned
no.
him.
Like,
Well,
never
I had
warned.
to send him the link. He's like, why am I going to click the link? And I'm like, I don't know how to spell Cicerone, and I just like typed beer. I need to talk to you about beer. And I was sitting there on my phone. I was like, how do I spell this fucking word? Okay, so
With a
Matt,
C.
that's what it
Gotcha.
is.
Up to speed.
We have a question about super tasting.
That's right.
Yeah. And I also, like, you
there you
didn't mention, like, moldy weed. And I have very distinctive memories in high school, like, finding something in the couch and then you smoke it. Like, I just feel like we've come so far.
No, it definitely. If we like, I used to have to buy weed off of a guy who literally would like pull up in this beat up old van and open up the back, and he'd have this. They're the shittiest weed ever. And if like we knew we had to call him, it was like, oh no, we got to call Chris. Like fuck. All right. And it was just hilarious because I saw him when last time I was in Rhode Island, and I was like, oh, there's my old dealer guy from forever ago.
And what's that like? Is he doing okay?
He was doing good. No,
Okay, that's good.
I was actually impressed. I was like, oh,
He actually grew up?
he did.
Yeah.
He did. From,
Amazing.
Back in the day,
Hey,
man.
Dave Bloomstein, if you're listening, he was my guy. You call into the show, you know, if you're out there. Remember, he was the one that used to pull up in his car
Dealer
after
reunion.
you beeped
Dealer
him,
reunion.
and he had a police officer who would be sitting in the passenger seat
This is
sometimes.
Dave's narc story. This is
It's
how
a
Dave
narc story. That's
Dave
how they
became a
sold
narc
grass.
story. Yeah, we've heard this.
My guy did the breakfast burritos, so got to see him every day. He'd bring by the $1 breakfast burritos. It was great. So
Oh, and he'd bring weed too. That's
yeah.
smart.
So if you needed, from
Where is
the
this,
other
California?
No, this is here,
Really?
Castle Rock, Colorado. Yeah. He's the first guy I ever saw hydroponic weed from. It blew my mind.
Maybe that's when the tax man said, "There's no
Hydroponic
burrito."
guy? That's pretty good. That's a good combo.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy, the burritos were fucking money too.
I don't see
$50
burrito guys and hydro in the
They
same
were good.
sort of
They were good.
world. You know what I mean?
I just remember when it was called Kind Bud.
Yes.
Yeah, and when I like moved out here for college in 2007, I would buy like a bunch of weed and bring it back, and everyone would be like, "Oh, Stacy has the KB in Oklahoma,"
Yep.
and actually. My mom knows this story. I took my car in, and I had like 2 massive jars of like pot, and like it's my cousin's best friend, and he like looks at me like after he gives my keys back, and he's like, "I know what you're doing."
That's how we all got into it.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope,
Sure.
but now I'm just getting back into it, so
So
this is enlightening.
yeah,
Well, get
it's-
ready because we just started.
Well, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's give a background on how we even got introduced because you were recently in Amsterdam.
Yes, I was.
Tell us how you met my friend.
Okay. I met Adam's friend Jamie because it was like, I don't know, 1 a.m. He's at some wedding, and I'm smoking a cigarette outside, and he just looks at me, and he's like, "Do you know what a spliff is?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, I know what a spliff is." And so we just started talking, and I like tell him about Colorado and like bass music. We started talking about like drum and bass, dubstep, and everything. And then I mentioned like Scream and Banga, and I was like, they were the reason why I left like the music industry for like 10 years. And he took me to Scream and Banga the next day,
Oh.
and now I'm here.
So Scream and Banga. What happened there? They're just you just had them on the wrong. You had them out at the wrong time, basically, or
Yeah, I'm getting high now.
Oh, that was the best pickup
Yeah.
line ever, by the way.
what's that?
What he said to her. Do you know what a spliff is?
And
Come on.
By the way, he
Come
wasn't.
on, that's like, I'll bet you $1 that Mark Hamill was not Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
I just thought it was like so crazy. I'm like, who doesn't know what a spliff is?
See, it worked.
But was he looking for tobacco or something, or what? To roll a joint, or
I guess that's probably what it was.
I would
yeah.
imagine. I would
Yeah.
imagine. I would imagine.
You
But
know,
he
it was
skipped that.
Amsterdam, and it was late, and I had been drinking too. So
So Jamie, who DJ Vader, right? He's a
DJ Vader.
He is the son of a friend of mine, so that's what makes it even funnier because like we're buddies, but I knew his dad first, and his dad owned a club called The Time in Amsterdam, which was like literally right behind Dam Square, and it was like your classic after hours club, and his dad was the owner.
And that's fucking crazy to me.
But he was one of those owner guys who decided that, well, I don't really need to pay DJs. I could do this, you know what I mean? And so he was up there DJing, and he was like, you know, he was doing all house shit, whatever. I remember we walked in, and it was really, really empty. And there was like, you know, when you have, because the black lights are terrible, right? Black lights are like the worst.
They're not fun.
If you want to see yourself looking shitty as hell, go under a black light and look at yourself. You'd be like, oh my God, dude, I can't believe I'm out like this. And so we walk in and all this place had was like black light and like single strobe. And it was like really just like, what the fuck? And there was nobody in there. And he's DJing and he's going like nuts. Like he's having the best time. And I look up and I'm looking at him and I'm like, holy shit. Look at the DJ, dude. He's got Coke all over his face and his thing. He had been smearing Coke like everywhere. He was just like bathing in it, right? And it was like, and I'm looking, I'm like, no wonder he's going fucking nuts up there. But then I ended up meeting him and throwing parties at that club and stuff. And then at that time, Jamie was like maybe 15 or something.
That is
or
wild.
14.
Like Europeans, like are fucking crazy to me. Like they start partying so early, like in teenage years, and they stay up all night long, all morning long. They don't go to bed.
Those damn Europeans. Don't
I love them. They're so fun.
But Jamie's fun because he's like he's all grown up now. He's a little bit.
No.
He's
a good dude. I really enjoyed him.
He's really deep into the whole like grime scene and that kind of level. And there's do you know this one show that was on Netflix that was about the pirate radio station? It was like a series that was.
No.
Fuck, I can't remember the name of it.
Pirate radio?
It was a pirate radio thing in England, but it was just so funny.
Yeah, they were on the boat, right?
That was the original real pirate radio. I'm talking about a TV show, but this was it was based and it was so like on point for the English fucking.
People just do nothing.
Exactly, that's the one. People just
Attaboy, Jamie.
Good job.
Wow, that was quick too. He just said that.
Pretty good. He's like actually listening to the show now.
You got 15 minutes because the Tyson fight starts in 15 minutes.
No one's gonna listen to us anymore.
No, you can't put the fight on. That's the spoilers.
You have to put the fight on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Spoilers.
I won't tell you how it goes.
Did you see the slap?
Well, we're staying here till 11, right?
I did see the slap.
See how fake it was though?
It was stupid.
Like he stepped on his foot, he slapped him, but he pulled his. You could see his wrist.
Fake news, bro.
He didn't even like
It was
do
fake
his
news.
wrist.
Yeah, I'm
fucking,
not listening.
He didn't keep it tight. If he kept it tight, he would have taken his head off.
Yeah, he would have taken. I know it's Mike Tyson.
And he just kind of went. I was like, what? You saw it?
Mike Tyson at 50 will still take your head
It
off.
wasn't real, right?
No, probably not.
It looked pretty fake. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh, regarding the fight tonight, I think if Tyson just hits him once in the first 90 seconds, he wins. If it goes past 90 seconds, Tyson's age catches up and Paul.
I saw Tyson fight when he was 18 and I was like maybe 16 or something like that. And I think it lasted 30 seconds.
No.
That, 18
His
seconds.
first 6 fights didn't last 60 seconds.
Yeah, it was. Well, this wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't his first fight, but it was. He was young. But he got to flick
The mic, you have to flick it again.
Hey, tell
Bad boy, and if you didn't,
You're not flicking you gotta flick the mic.
That was my fault.
Flicky.
Oh,
That was my fault.
oh, Vinny.
Vinny didn't flick it.
Vinny didn't flick it.
What's
That
new?
was
There it is. There we go. Do it.
All right, now say everything again.
Do it once
One
again.
more time. That was back in the day when pay-per-view just started, and if you fucking got the fight and you didn't catch it from the very beginning, you missed the whole deal because it was
Right.
30
That's
seconds.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching guys go up, like, oh, you're going to fight Tyson, and you'd see them, like, their eyes are all big and they're sweating, and you're like, are you sure you want to fight that guy?
Wasn't there
That guy's gonna
something
kill
going
you.
on where people didn't want to pay for the fight because Tyson was not providing any
Enough
type of entertainment?
These people were having like parties and like all that, but it was like 30
they get
seconds.
pissed.
When
They're out.
he hit Leon Spinks, they did an interview with Leon Spinks, and I remember just seeing that guy, I'm like, that guy does not want to do this. He really doesn't. Watch the interview, you can tell, like, that guy does not want this payday. He knows it's going to be okay, but he doesn't want that payday. And he
doesn't
lit
know
up
he's
in,
going to be
30
okay.
Who was the boxer you
30
guys had
seconds.
on? Long
Lennox
time.
Lewis.
Lennox Lewis.
And what's the appeal of like boxing
Old
matches?
friends.
I really don't know. I'm just in a room full of dudes. Like,
Do you not watch it?
no, I don't watch sports.
Oh.
I like to play them.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, well, I know.
just
I mean,
kidding.
like, what? Why do you choose violence?
I think
what
it's
we
more
do.
skill to see who can
Skill,
not get
but,
their ass
and
whooped this
like
bad.
so pay-per-view, you would pay $50 for a 30-second fight is what
Well,
I'm
you
hearing.
hope it's not. You hope it's
No, not Mark.
No,
Mark
not
knew
me.
someone who was paying $50 for the fight, and he
Well,
came over
I remember
there.
that. I remember like
Yeah.
people would have parties.
Yeah. You know,
But for 30 seconds?
so
Yeah, it's literally like the
These
quickest
fights-
fights in history. Multiple quickest fights in history.
Yeah.
This is why we're fucked in
these
America.
fights
Another
are
world
hyped
record.
He
for
said-
months, though.
Oh no,
He's
this
had
one's going to be
56
milked to
fights.
no end.
Oh, I know.
They're going to milk
56
this
fights,
so
40 of
hard.
them were by knockout.
Yeah.
There you go,
Were
Vinny.
by knockout?
This
40.
Is, this is a novel.
Yeah, he was a
56
killer.
fight-
Mike
yeah,
Tyson
56
is
fights.
literally a killer.
I
Like-
think he only lost
I want
one.
to see him kill
What
someone.
else you
Lost
got?
with James Buster Douglas.
56 and 1, 40 by knockout.
That's insane. That guy's. I would not. No way. If I was Jake Paul size, I would not do that.
Well, wait.
Not a chance.
So, but remember, Tyson had all those fights, and I remember we didn't go to the pay-per-view to watch it. We went out. Like we were kids, right?
Yeah.
So we went out that night. We were gone a long time. We came back. We said, "How long did it take Tyson to knock him out?" And they went, "No, dude. It's in like the 10th round, and he might lose." So who was that? That was his first loss.
James
And
Buster
what
Douglas.
year is this?
1980. Oh, shut up.
No, it was. He lost to Buster Douglas in.
I'm like,
88
I was
88 or
about to
89.
say
Yeah.
probably the year I was born.
or 87. Might have been 87. It might
Okay,
have-
so
Yeah.
before I was
think
born.
I hadn't gotten to the Navy yet.
So it was nice having you on, Stacy.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Stacy and the old guys. It's like a new show.
Yeah.
New series.
It's not like we haven't been there before.
No,
We'll bring the band back.
I was actually like my mom. So my mom was into boxing, which is funny because she did boxing in L.A. But we would go to the Olympic Auditorium all the time, like weekly, and watch fights. And so it was like,
Nice.
and that's like those guys are the hardest
Right.
because that's all Mexican guys just going fucking balls out.
Like-
Metal detectors going in. You know what I mean?
World class athlete.
Do you just like get like so
Yeah,
amped
no, not
watching
the
it? Like
Olympic
you're
like
feeling
that.
the
Just the
aggression
center.
from their adrenaline too when you're watching a fight. Like I'm just trying to understand.
What's
It's exciting.
It's about
like
Yeah.
it's exciting. You want, especially if it's a build-up fight, like
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, okay, this is going
And
to be
who's
a good
gonna
fight.
win?
And then you see them, and it's not just it's not just
I
a
didn't get a hit.
beatdown. Like generally not a beatdown. It's like two guys who are having a physical competition, and
Hitting too hard.
they're
Was I?
It's like a
playing
game of chess.
You said I
but
had to
they're
make a
beating the
move.
shit out of each other.
Because
it's
you're
very, very.
And like,
Well, it's like a single person
But
sport too. So
what
it's
about
really
like
you know, there's nobody
jujitsu and
else.
stuff?
I think MMA is much better. I much prefer it, but. But
Yeah.
back when I was growing
But-
up, it was all boxing.
But who's gonna win tonight? You said this is the Logan Paul fight,
Yeah.
and I only know that because I'm a YouTube person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
like,
you know who he is.
Yeah, I know
There's
who he
Mike
is.
Tyson.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's
versus
actually a
him.
big fucking deal. I would probably actually watch
I think
this.
he's getting
Yeah, it's a-
dropped.
Yeah.
pretty
The
big
chances
fight.
are it'll be over in a minute. I don't.
Just from what I know, Logan's gotten
I mean,
pretty good.
Logan Paul's a big boy, but he's not.
He's not Mike Tyson.
He's not Mike Tyson. And
Fuck him.
I watched the.
But how old is
Did
Mike
you watch
Tyson,
Mike Tyson
now?
warming
58.
up? He's 58. And he
I wouldn't
I mean,
step in
that's
a
like
ring with him.
28 versus 58 or something.
27.
I would
Yeah.
not step in a ring, no matter how conditioned I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
I would not do
Gonna
it.
get me in
I'm
there
sorry.
with that guy.
Did you ever watch The Hangover? Like, wow.
Just getting caught the wrong way, and that's the end of that.
That's like
Yeah.
Jamie asking
It's going to be like The
what
Hangover.
a spliff is.
Well, this is where we're going to expose the reality of the fact that it's all been fake.
Oh,
At this
yeah.
point. Like, it's like,
No, I know.
So this is.
He should
real.
just start singing Phil Collins in the air tonight. And then da-da, 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 like in The Hangover. He's going down.
That's very specific.
Oh,
But now I have that
gets
song stuck in my
deeper
head.
here.
Thank
Don't
you.
you worry.
What?
We can go deep into the weeds here.
Okay, I want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah, like
Aliens.
pun intended.
Well, but let's get back
You were
to
on
this
track
thing.
with the fight thing, I thought.
We had it going on. Now you're.
I mean, ADHD.
That's half
depression,
the show
right?
there.
Yeah, depression.
No, why? I don't agree with that. I don't necessarily think we talked about this earlier. I don't think ADHD is a cause of depression.
Hell no.
Or
No.
no, it's
Shut the hell up.
No.
There might be.
It's the endless entertainment that we created for ourselves. That's
Yeah.
pretty much how I look at it. It's like
yeah, I mean, I saw
It's
it on the internet.
genetic and depression is a byproduct
said-
of ADHD.
I
Wait,
said it was
Colin?
the other way
You're
around.
disgusting.
Colin?
ADHD is a symptom of depression. Can you-
Cullen saw it on the internet.
I saw it on
I
the
mean,
internet.
you do lose
It has to be true.
focus if you're depressed. So
It's got to be true. If it's on
Have
the
you ever
internet.
looked up what it says about Adam on the internet?
I'm pretty sure.
I try not to look up anything on the internet.
I'm
I
pretty
kinda
sure this
wanna-
entire room is
I
full
kind
of
of want to know what his
ADHD
like
victims
Google
right
searches
here,
are.
so.
Shut the hell up.
Some OCD. Look, line everything up.
No, it's me.
I think that after this boxing match, they should have a rematch, but it's both of them eating 10 grams of mushrooms in a dark room.
Oh, Tyson will crush him.
I mean, that is something I would definitely watch. For sure.
There's that video
He
going
is
around of Tyson.
fearless on psychedelics,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Oh yeah.
I'm
I
sure
like
he's-
his edibles with the ears with the bite out of it.
Couldn't have
you
him
seen
here.
those?
Yeah, they couldn't have him here. I think
That's
they
fucking
because it
great.
was too for
Too
much
violent?
No, the kids
Oh,
kids will see
kids
it.
don't understand the
They'll
bite
be starting
on
biting people's ears.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. He was a fine young boy.
I wonder
Johnny
if he had
was
to
a
pay
great
rights
boy.
for
Oh, those
that.
edibles,
Like,
he was
But he
like-
ate that one edible with the ear bitten on it, and then
did he
he
have
went.
to give? Does he have to give some money to Evander because it was Evander's ear?
True that.
Yeah, they made a
It
deal.
wasn't
on that.
Tyson's ear. It was Evander's ear.
Yeah, they made a deal on that.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah, they would have to. Yeah.
It's fucking
It
awesome.
was
And
payback.
wait, why did he do it? Besides, he's like fucking crazy.
He bit his ear
he
off,
was
and then he
losing.
said he said I had to defend myself
Yeah.
in the boxing ring against. I mean, to be fair, Evander Holyfield was a really fucking big dude. and
So you're saying
he was a
he
badass too.
deserved to get his ear bitten off?
No, they were
It was a- I
they were
remember that. I
fighting,
remember that one.
and you know
Yeah.
that was
They
the,
were
kind
up
of the
there,
thing,
kind of
like,
getting in there.
And he spit it
he
out
was
like
headbutting.
Ozzy.
It's kinda dirty fighting.
That's
you know.
funny.
It
I see it
seems
every time you
weird.
guys say it. I see him, and you see the chunky
Chunk of
ear
ear
flying.
going flying off.
And
So at that-
it's just I can't get it out. We're like, and we're sitting there. We went, was that his ear, man? Holy shit!
Yeah.
We were young too
Yeah,
then. I mean,
yeah.
probably well, that was when we must have been in our 20s, right? When
No,
that
I
one
don't think
happened?
so. I think you're
1989, 2000.
Yeah, it was earlier than that.
Huh.
My big moment was when Kanye West got on stage when Taylor Swift won the award.
That was the moment.
That was pretty classic.
That was a moment.
When did
yeah.
that happen?
I actually,
Actually, like Eminem playing with Elton John was a
What did-
pretty
what did he
big.
say?
Like,
I remember when that
George
happened
Bush
because I
does
did
not
the
like
exact
black
same
people.
thing. I did
That
the
was what
exact same
Kanye
thing.
said on that. He did
No.
that on-
No,
that was his.
I'm so confused now. What?
You don't remember when he did that? Back when he was Kanye.
I mean, Kanye West is like
He's
fucking
pretty,
insane.
He's pretty crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but his music's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think that was around what?
He makes
2000
music?
That was a while ago.
It's
that was
weird.
like
He
2003
just sampled my boy Joey
or
Dosick.
something, 5.
What the comment?
That was.
Yeah,
weird.
he was young. He was just coming out.
Yeah.
And he was on MTV and he made that comment.
Wasn't it at award? No, wasn't it at awards that he grabbed a mic on?
It was he grabbed
Yeah.
the mic at the awards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And
'Cause
that
I-
was Taylor Swift, and he's like, "Hey, yo."
No, because I kind of remember the same year at the Cannabis Cup, I had the same sort of incident happen, and I was like, I just fucking did a Kanye, bro. I went up on stage. I was like, what the fuck? You guys are idiots. I had monkeys. I had midgets. I had like I was like one of those because all I wanted to do was win best booth. That's all I wanted to win. I didn't even care about the weed that year because I was like, dude, I put so much effort into this booth. I made a Empire State Building inside out of scaffolding. I went like four levels high, and then I put another like peak top on it, and it was inside of a church, and it went almost to the ceiling of the church. It was ridiculous. No way I would have ever been able to do it if I like someone who I was just waiting for the fire department to come in and go, what the fuck are you gonna do there? And I was
And
like,
you got on stage.
and then I had this. Well, I had this. So it's the Empire State Building, right? That was my idea. It was the Empire State Building, and I had a guy dressed up in a monkey suit, and then I had this porn. I had Misty Rain, so a porn star there, and then randomly this like midget rolls by. Yes, I said midget because it was back in then days of midget days. We can say midget again.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It's
you
starting
might
to
be
sound
able to
like
say it
Howard
again.
Stern or
official.
something.
It's official now. We're allowed to say it. We're allowed to say that. But I swear to God, though, he walks up and he goes, "Is that fucking Misty Rain?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, I love her, right? And all of a sudden, so then I had a guy dressed up in a monkey suit, a porn star, and a midget in my booth, and I'm giving everybody hits off this plasma bong that this guy brought to me with a. So I'm like, dude, we're gonna win best booth, right? And they gave it to the greenhouse, and the greenhouse had taken a bunch of high times, cut out the pictures, glued them onto some paper, and stuck it on the back of a 10x10.
Dumb.
And then they just walked away from the booth and left
already
it
hate
there.
this.
And I was like, what? Those guys won? I was like,
Dude.
you guys, I had monkeys.
You
I
had super
porn-
alterna booth.
Oh, I was pissed.
But that's what happened to us last year.
And then I threw the mic on the ground. It was being all
It was a
bitter.
political decision.
I was all bitter.
Why didn't you
must
get
have pissed
pissed
somebody
last
off.
year then in Tulsa when they fucking stepped over us for the only reason that booth won is because people came to our booth
yeah.
and passed them.
Happens every time.
And like, okay, so you like make
never win
public
best booth.
displays
It's never gonna
a little
happen.
bit.
It's impossible.
So at Cowboy Cup,
yeah.
is there going to be a brawl?
No.
Like a rodeo?
Oh, is that a brawl? Is that what going
I don't
on?
know. I don't know.
Roadie brawl?
Well, like you got.
She doesn't watch sports, guys.
Show them the
I don't. No. I listen to music and play video
Show the
games.
picture
and
of Cowboy Cup.
watch YouTube.
We have pictures.
messing.
Oh, we have
Hold on.
Vindicators?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Don't.
no, she has to try the Vindicator
Don't
now. She's done her first dab,
Oh,
so
yeah.
now
Show him
next-
Jesse taking the
next
Vindicator.
level.
No, Dave.
Pull the Vindicator
Why not?
up now.
Because I don't know where to find it.
You don't know where to show
Jamie,
anybody
come
taking a
on.
Vindicator?
No.
What is that?
Oh my goodness.
Where's it
Nitrous
at,
assisted
Dave?
5-foot
Colin,
bong
this is
with
why you got out of the
two
podcast
dabs
game.
out of it.
Is
So you
this-
dabs and then you.
And we're just
launched
looking
it.
No,
for a
because
single
you
video.
pick up the weird, randomest videos
Gnarly.
What?
to
You,
look up.
you didn't think
can't find
that
it?
since we were
No, where's
talking
it
about
at?
the Cowboy Cup with Stacy
No,
that
where's
we
it
would
at?
eventually
No.
get to a Vindicator
Yeah,
shot?
I'm gonna stay up all night and pull up some videos that we might pull up. And
Yes.
what do you think we're doing, dude?
Yeah, I thought you guys.
Why
Rogan,
don't
man,
you do
you-
your job?
Production value was
I'll
low.
do
in
You're
this.
my
exposing
job
our
over-
unprofessionalness
I mean,
to Stacy. Now she's not going to book us.
Yeah.
She's our new
We got
talent
good?
agent. We're trying to get.
I mean, I
deal.
will.
We're
No.
showing
I
off
totally
for her
will.
right now.
It's
Yeah,
fine,
we told her it was
dude.
flawless.
Make us
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah.
I already looked up something earlier.
I mean, there's a way to spin this.
Wow.
You
one
guys
per
are just
show?
really high.
No.
And that's the point.
It's because the
Not yet.
It's because the fight
Not
is about
yet.
to start.
All right.
He sees previews happening.
Cannabis experience. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see
It's
if I can
zooming
find it.
in. There it is. There's flames.
Time for the light start.
Where is this video, Dave?
So-
You don't have it posted on your
So,
page, Dave?
Stacy, a couple of years ago,
What time's the fight start, Mark?
We
You know
have-
It's
exactly.
already starting.
Whoa, it's starting. Everyone's leaving now.
Yeah.
Look, they're all leaving.
No one is watching.
I
they're
thought that
all
last night when I saw the fight. I was like, no one's going to be watching the show anymore.
Was it just 30 seconds?
so listen,
Can we put it on the little? Can we put it in the corner so we can watch it?
No.
No, you can only play about like
Why
29
not?
seconds.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Or
can
you'll
do
get-
it, Mark.
you'll
No,
get
we can't do it,
targeted.
dude.
Isn't it on Netflix?
Yes.
I haven't. We'll put my Netflix on there.
Yeah, you'll get a copyright strike for jerseys.
I'm not going to put it on the
I
stream.
got
on
it.
the
I'll
main
put it on
event.
my
You
phone.
can't put it on the stream. I said put it
We
on.
could put it on
Nah,
this.
dude.
I'll put it on my phone.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
We gotta
Yeah,
get-
Dave will.
We can't miss
watch
out
it
on 30
Dave's-
seconds of entertainment.
Okay, hey.
I feel like it's over already.
You know, and maybe
I think
people
there's
will tune
another
in.
part.
Maybe we should just change the stream to Mike Tyson's commentary.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, this is not what I expected.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
Not
find.
gonna lie.
I'm gonna try and find.
Yeah, but this is a good
Your
indoctrination
video.
into sport.
And the
becoming
animation.
a
Into
fan.
sports?
Yeah, into becoming a fan of sport.
Why? Why?
This is
Ah,
a spectacle.
sports.
I'm
This
just
is
like-
going to be good.
Sports.
Regardless if it goes 30
No,
seconds.
I
or if
can't
it goes
even get
the whole
onto
way, this is gonna be a
Netflix.
good fight.
Wow.
Go
I
sports.
just go to like
busy?
football games to drink.
See, I'm
I know. Hold on.
That's it.
There's nothing going on right now. When the comes on, I'll do it. I'll put it up
All
here.
right.
Should we
Yeah, it's all the
push for that?
prelim stuff.
Calm
Yeah.
down, everybody.
I can watch basketball though because I play it.
You
That
can
is
watch.
one.
You can't
Fair.
watch.
And I can and I will.
We
if I'm
should
the
become
fighter.
a
There's way too
football
much
fan 'cause
squeaking
it
going
is
on. It's
like
all
our
squeak,
game.
squeak,
I'm
squeak,
liking
squeak,
it a
squeak.
little bit more, like a
Like,
little
this
at a
is
time.
Annoying.
I'm
as
also
well.
learning to play golf again.
Where's home? Where
Sports
would
are
you
always
call
louder
home?
than you think when you go
Tulsa,
there. You're like, fuck,
Oklahoma?
this is loud, like
Oklahoma.
hockey or something. It's like,
Yeah,
We were talking about the Cowboy Cup.
because it has to be loud.
Are we already forgetting stuff?
Yeah. Sorry. You guys got high and I forgot.
Yeah. Because
All right.
I got high.
Yes.
That's the song.
What?
Because I got high.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
quite. Yeah, Afro Man.
Don't sing, Dave.
So
Please don't say
in Tulsa, our sponsor Christian Ratto, who invented the Dab X, was a race car or drag race driver. He also was an engineer who designed drag race cars.
He would like this.
Adam had this idea that we would create a race car seat with a 5-foot glass bong attached to one of these. And we did, and then we added a nitrous assist so that after you fill the tube, you use the nitrous oxide to clear the chamber. And that's affectionately referred to as the Vindicator because, I mean, I'm not saying anything.
Vinny tested it so thoroughly, we had to name it after him.
He loves his
Were
nitrous.
you like tripping nuts when he
It's
came
like-
up with this idea?
No.
Like,
This
how do you
happens
come
all
up
the
with these
time.
ideas?
We've come up with so many good ones
This is an old
that
one. This
people
is an old
have
one that rattled. Like,
monetized.
you have
You
certain
guys have
ideas,
a
they
lot of
rattle in your
ideas.
head for 20 years.
And
30
then when
years.
we called,
I made a
Jason,
bong
he
that
totally
had the-
understood what we needed in the.
And that was it.
I made one that had that freezer.
Why did you
gel
do
in
the
it.
thing with your finger?
So
Sorry.
you put it in the freezer, and it would, you know, that stuff packed.
Yeah,
freezer
like
packed.
Illadelph
Yeah.
did a lot of those.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the next big thing. Yeah, no.
Well, you did it before everybody else even did it?
Yeah, I did it in 1987.
Oh, wow. That's way before. Yeah, for sure.
I made it out of what is it? That they used to make the bongs out of that plastic.
Oh, that's where it went. That's where it all went wrong right there.
It was, but that's what they made all the bongs out of back then,
I know,
plastic.
the
That
acrylic
were-
stuff. Oh.
they
No,
got-
you think it was the plastic or was it the aluminum they used for the bowl pieces that I think was much worse than there being plastic?
Yeah, because
you
all the
heated it up.
Acrylic.
were
Just think of the
definitely
word
aluminum.
acrylic.
And a lot of them were anodized.
They had
because
those
you get the
rubber
color you
ones,
wanted.
too.
Like, that can't be good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we smoked out all the worst materials ever. It's
probably when
that was. It was like,
When
yeah,
you scrape
I
brass.
smoked.
That's a great idea.
Brass is a great.
I made a
Actually,
foil
brass is
pipe
okay.
every
Just
day
don't use
before
copper. I
school.
think is the one you don't use.
Copper's not a good idea. And copper, you
No,
could definitely.
no. I mean, I was very dumb.
You were making copper pipes. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. I
made
This
a-
is what
I
happened,
made
Mom.
a pipe.
Mom,
Yeah,
did you hear what
Mom.
happened?
Piece of
Yeah.
stainless steel the size of a credit card.
But pick up my friend.
that folds up. So
We'd
it's like
get
your
high, go
emergency
to school.
pipe. You just fold it up and.
Yeah, I remember those. They never.
Yeah.
They leaked like a sieve.
Yeah, they're horrible.
I was like, dude, you
It's
could
emergency
just,
pipe.
you could
It's
pick
not-
up
not
any
meant to be
random
used
thing
every
and make
day.
a pipe out of it better than this thing. I was like,
But like I grew up in Oklahoma. It's super conservative. They had drug dogs like come to my school all
So
the time.
did you use apples then?
Oh.
Instead of- we used to use
I would
apples.
also use apples. Yes.
started with apples.
And
that was
also,
my,
I went to like alternative school, and I would do the morning announcement every day and the Pledge of Allegiance. And
You
I
would
would be
do-
there
you-
like baked as fuck, and I'd be like, "Do I even remember this?"
Wow.
and
Do
and
you?
Luckily,
Do you remember it now?
Yes. Every time I was like autopilot for the win, forever.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Never
yeah.
got caught. Never got caught.
I mean, people just knew. Like I just was
That-
high all the time.
That's the funny thing about like you know, I got a 12-year-old now, right? And he's not going to school at the moment. But I was just thinking, I was like, dude, at 12, I was already getting high at school, and I look at my kid, and I'm just like, hell no. It's like, there's no way. But yeah.
12 is young.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but that's
You
normal.
obviously don't watch the show.
11, 12. Yeah.
Oh,
Mom, this is not.
Hey, I started
normal.
at 15. She knows that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But was it cool with her right out of the gate, or see, my mom was cool with it because she was like, she'd
no.
rather me smoke than she's like, first thing she says, I'd rather you smoke than drink, and I was like, okay, I'm good with that. And then when I got drunk, I would pretend I was really high, and she's like, just imagine how stupid that must have looked. I'm really stoned, Mom. Don't worry, I'm just
Oh, there it
stoned.
is.
And she'd be like, you're drunk. There's a vindicator.
Oh, okay.
See
now we're
that
back to
tank?
this. Okay.
It takes a while to catch up. Sometimes you got to flow, ebb and,
Yeah,
back.
like
We're
I'm
weaving
just
like,
like,
doing
So like
a
this is
weave.
like doing a whippet at the end of a bong hit.
Yes.
Is that what
But
you're
it's a
saying?
nitrous tank. It's a proper one. We're not doing anything, just whippets through there. So
No crackers.
we got the
We're
Fair,
upscale
but I mean,
nitrous
that's what
heads.
that sounds so
proper
fun.
tank. Well, the thing is, the whippets are.
That sounds so
You don't want
fun.
to do those because they got a little bit of. They put a little lubricant in there to keep it all fucking moving.
Oh,
you
and
know what
that's
I mean?
the
So-
bad part.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
god, yeah,
Not
that's the bad
nitrous.
part. It's not the nitrous. The nitrous is actually really good for you.
Nitrous is good for you. Exactly. 100%.
You can get your teeth taken out. It's no problem. Doesn't hurt. It's great.
No,
Yeah,
nitrous,
you're only
Nitrous is
killing
not
brain
for
cells.
anybody. No, nitrous is bad. When I was very lucky, I had a cousin who was
That
a
is a
dentist.
monster bong there.
it's hard to clear a big bong like that, and nitrous helps.
Yeah,
So
no, it
I
was
would-
necessary. Yeah,
It's perfect because it doesn't give you that full wah wah, but it gives you just enough of like a.
I
It's a
think
nice little.
What is it going into?
Right? That was really good. You're like, dude, that's like perfect.
it's perfect in a way, but you know, it comes at the end when your lungs are pretty much full. So it's not like you're getting the full nitrous hit. It really is just an accelerant.
It's just
And
an accelerant,
as
Mom.
a
So
stoner,
don't worry about it, everybody.
and smoking, like, how can you even do that?
Ow.
Vinny.
Just make it happen.
Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny?
No, you need like a vent, like a
there
fan.
we
You
go.
just gotta
Look
push
what he
it.
did to this place. He built the smoker out there. I'm pretty sure. Didn't he build this building?
Built it from the
Stop
ground
it.
up.
Yeah.
Dave, stop it.
And that's it. That's the Vindicator.
And that's
That's
it.
the Vindicator.
You've been vindicated.
But he's modified it. We don't use what?
That is
So is
something.
this going to be at the Cowboy Cup?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Has to be now.
Okay.
Now it's like a must-see.
Yeah.
It has its own booth.
Okay.
It probably
Okay.
needs its own booth.
I did my job.
I will
Back to
do
the fight.
that.
Back to the
at
fight in the
Cowboy
game.
Cup.
What do you got? You said you Nuggets and? Is that
Yeah, the first Nuggets game in a week, dude. So like, I got some Nuggets.
How do you even
know,
hear? I don't even know how you.
fever right now?
Nuggets fever.
So let's
So
see.
Are they doing?
just so you know,
Fever's
Mark,
down, so it's gonna
we
be the Nuggets got a lock on this one.
Bang me up.
we told Stacy all about you
Oh, yeah.
and your love of sports and not having ever had a Friday off in the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
6
No.
years.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
To be me.
just so you see how dedicated he is when I was telling you this story, how much he loves
I
us.
mean, like, I understand dudes. Like, I know they like
Do you,
sports,
though?
but I don't understand why. I know they like them, but why?
Because we can't do anything about our world anyway, so we watch sports because we feel like we have control about things.
Oh, okay.
Plus, you get,
oh,
you get,
whoa,
there's,
whoa.
There's
whoa.
some attachment. I mean, I don't know.
It's not on the stream.
Oh, okay.
I'm a team guy, and I get attached to a team, and I just want to see them
Community.
Oh, that one?
I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and like whenever it's
And
really
when
good, it's really
when
fucking
your team
good.
sucks, you have people that are with you, and they suffer with you. And when when they're good,
Yeah.
you have people that fucking love it with you. So it's kind of cool. Little tiny community of people.
All right, let's get
really
back to this
tiny
greatest
community.
fucking thing
It
ever.
is,
Go on the
but
stream.
you know,
And
like
what
every
are you doing?
community, if you get
I'm way ahead
online,
of you,
it
Dave.
looks
Yeah.
really big.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the hated team. Don't actually mention the name of that team.
yeah.
The mustard and ketchup team.
That
That was lame.
That was fucking lame.
Oh well.
Yes, sir. I
So-
would agree with you 100%.
It's a men's
That was
soap
fucking
opera.
horrible.
That's what sports are.
No, there it is.
What?
He just
Men's soap opera.
Yeah.
I think it's like two.
See, that's
it's
how I got
almost
my
too
girlfriend into
efficient. That's the
basketball because I
problem.
like started like explaining all the
It's just too efficient.
Like the
Sit here all
drama.
day.
drama.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
the
she got all
behind the
sucked in.
scenes.
She's like, oh
One
yeah.
at a
That's me
time.
and like YouTube drama.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I don't care what it is. It, like
There's an
some
undercard in
makeup
this
person,
fight, right?
I'm like, I'm
Now
all
we're
in.
talking.
Yeah. What?
Dave's got his own channel. He's got just cheerleaders.
I just can't
That's my
believe you're
phone,
like
too.
Down there, nothing but
watching
cheerleaders.
that
Dave's
No,
like,
it's
on a
there now.
podcast.
no.
We aren't watching on the podcast. It's not going on the stream.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's separate, just for us.
It's just for you guys.
We don't need to see ourselves
So
anyway.
if you guys are out there watching two things at once, just like we are,
Yeah. So are we.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're multitasking.
So we're shifting to commentary.
We're multitasking. Yeah, we're
Okay.
turning into one of those shows. It's like I watch other people's
A variety
podcasts or
show.
just shows, and I'm like, this is so lazy, dude. All you got to do is just like talk about it and then go.
How much is
Let's
this?
check
is
it
this
out.
Fight?
And then they
this
do
fight's
all the-
generating a shitload of money, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Not from us,
Not-
but yeah.
No, I know, but I think isn't it like this is like the largest paid?
$50.
It's on Netflix.
It's on
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is like gonna. They think it's gonna be the largest single
Netflix
viewed
live
event
Yeah.
ever in the history
Maybe-
of mankind.
Maybe
Ooh.
we need to donate to Logan.
we're helping
This is
out
a
right
fucking
now.
big. This is a big event.
We
Look
got
at,
3 screens in here going, so I mean, we're doing pretty good.
we're doing our part.
Right, right.
We're a few seconds ahead over here too.
Oh,
which
we
is,
might. We can bet.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are watching? I'll turn it off for y'all.
You know what's gonna happen in like 2
Yeah,
seconds?
we'll
I
do it.
bet. I
Yeah,
bet they're
yeah.
gonna switch this thing
ding,
and go to
ding.
a bunch of like movie posters. Can we bet? Should we bet? Should we bet? Should we bet?
So I do the sports podcast, Sports Fiends on Sundays. We tried to watch a game, and usually they don't commentate. And to be a commentator, a sports
You
commentator,
got to keep going.
oh my God.
They would just they would sit there and watch the game and be like, Oh man, he dropped that. That's a bummer.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, well, what happened?
Are you
Like,
poking him with a stick at all? or-
You don't know the down. Nobody knows what play, what team's got the ball, nothing. They're just like, oh, wow.
Hey, team on the left
Well-
side of the screen, Discord.
Commentating is hard.
yeah.
But what about for golf?
There's like 20
That's like
fights.
the
There's gonna be-
most boring.
I'll tell you how you do
Yeah,
golf.
you
You
gotta
ready?
fill in.
This is what you do. You wait for the swing, and then you hear the crack of the ball, and you go, Baba Booey! And
Wow.
that's it.
That's it.
Dave covered it.
Yep.
Dave did it.
How you do
So
it.
there's going to be like 20.
And then you got to sing
fights
"Take Me Out to the
before
Ball
fight,
Game."
You know that, right?
You know,
It's a 7
wrong
day
sport.
stretch.
I think. Yeah. Okay. So you don't want to watch it?
I'm just saying.
You don't want to watch you want to watch yourself? You want to go back to watching yourself? Let's do
Yeah,
that.
I'd rather
Okay.
watch
No
Alright.
way. You just look at yourself? Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy.
Wait, can I see myself from this side?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, why are we looking at cheerleaders?
You can't do it.
yeah, why are we looking at
That's
cheerleaders?
fair.
Hey, cheerleaders
Yeah.
need to earn money,
Where's the
dude.
cheer dudes at?
To watch two dudes knock their
where are
heads
the
off.
Yeah.
guys?
Where are the dudes? See,
Yeah.
oh, dude. I guess I win. They showed all
You
those
could do it
posters.
in the mini screen. Couldn't you?
I
Oh,
mean,
want to do picture in picture.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I could do something like that.
No, you're
much.
good.
But-
we can sit over
We got a
here.
little
Why
baby
are
one
there
over here.
cheerleaders?
Just
For
let them
real?
do
Yeah,
their thing.
he doesn't need to watch.
Why
you
are
guys
there
don't need to watch it.
cheerleaders, Stacy, for real?
Yeah, you guys don't
Why are
need-
there cheerleaders?
For, boxing?
Someone walked up to you
Why are
and
there?
said,
Why do the cheerleaders look?
do you know what a
like,
spliff is?
They look like the cowboy. They literally look like
It's
the
like
cowboy
saying,
cheer.
like, why
Like
do
going on,
go-go
Mark?
Yeah,
dancers
they were the
exist?
cowboy
I
cheerleaders.
thought they were. Oh, that's.
No,
must-
that's yeah.
Where's
That's
the
like
fight at? Where's
that's
fight
the elite cheerleading squad in the nation.
That
And where's
had
this
the
fight at?
Netflix
Don't you know?
series.
Where's this
yeah,
fight
I
at?
do know that.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Is it
But
Dallas?
thing.
Dallas.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, that's right. They do have
Oh,
the
it's in
Netflix
Arlington.
series.
That's right. Yeah, it's in Arlington.
Right. Well, it makes sense then. They didn't have to fly. I thought it
They're
was
actually
in
at the
Vegas.
Cowboy Stadium, so that makes sense. They
Oh,
probably
well,
just
now-
live there.
well, now we got 5
Is
reasons
the
why
fight at
they're
Cowboy
there.
Stadium?
I think the cheerleaders just live there.
there's a preliminary
They
fight?
just
It has
live
to be.
there.
Jerry Jones has
Have
to
a
be
little
in
village.
there.
Just
ready
You
to
don't
go.
get
Cheerleader village
cheerleaders.
set up in the back.
Jerry
Bring out the
Jones isn't
cheerleaders,
doing
like
anything
gimps.
for
They're like
nothing.
gimps, but they're cheerleaders.
Cronky's son
What's a
lives
good
on
way
top
to
of the Pepsi
segue
Center.
back to?
Just to ask for a hit, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Mumble.
want to hit. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to talk more about your extracts.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I've been fortunate enough to,
Oh, where's the
as
phone?
I'm
Where's
seeing the
where's
packaging
it at, bro?
of sampling it for a while now.
They're still doing ads.
And it's, oh, you sort of spot it and go, I want that.
Well,
You
thanks,
know,
man.
so
Consistency is key in the industry, and I think that's one thing you've proven because I've seen nothing but consistency.
can I look at it,
And
John?
I, you know, like I said, I've been many times in the room where I've been like, well,
Uh-oh.
I think I got the best weed in the
Shut up,
in
Vinny.
this extract here.
I did stop over here.
Quality over quantity. Whoa.
Yeah, that's amazing. That one.
So did
Yeah.
you talk about the difference between the two processes before I was here, or?
No, so
you talked over everybody.
That
We
looks
couldn't
like
hear,
butter.
and then we gave up.
so the extraction process is the exact same. It's just the post process that determines whether you get batter or diamonds.
I so much prefer this.
The batter.
Yeah.
And it's
A
yeah.
batter? Okay.
It's funny because, like, you know what is interesting about this though is that it will clean a banger.
He looks so dumb.
Yeah.
Like this stuff is so awesome to have because like I'll see people who've got some rosin or whatever just like chazzing up the banger or something. I'll be like, you know what? Here, let me put this in there. I'll put it in, and it'll go, dude, my banger's clean now. And I'm like, yeah,
I mean-
talk about like. You know that it's potent at that point if it's got that same we were talking about the terp count
ratio.
It's just that's high, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's literally like terps and diamonds, right? So
Yeah.
whereas this is all so mixed up that it kind of you don't get the same effect, as much.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing too. Is
I mean, it
that,
still goes
like,
clean, but it's not.
After those are separated, they're put back at a different ratio than if they were just left as is. So that's kind of the benefit of doing that.
What were you just smoking?
We were smoking just these batters,
different ones, yeah.
but you're welcome to try whatever you want.
No, I find because we've used the Stab X for a while now. I find it just prefers batters over
Oh, for
diamonds.
sure, in the Dab X, definitely.
Yeah.
What's up?
that?
You know how mics work?
Sorry.
It
That's why I
just
told him at a
looks
pop.
like jelly and like butter.
Yeah. Are you talking to customs right now? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
It is jelly and butter,
Yeah.
sir. That's exactly
Jelly
what
butter,
it is.
yeah.
It's jelly butter. Hey.
But that-
Honey, did you
just
bring
like
the
my-
bread?
Just like the prenatals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing how honey like all the different extracts are because you go to the store and you'll see 3 different
I
kinds
like
of
that
cream.
you've got a
then
plan
you'll
for
see
this.
you'll see all the different colors. You'll be like, God damn, that looks just like whipped up.
I like that you have a plan for your semi-illegal activities.
I don't know what you're talking about, Colin.
We have
Well,
no idea.
I at
Someone take
least
his
smoke
microphone.
enough. I at least smoke enough weed to know how to
They
bring it
have
with
trash
me.
cans in the airport in Vegas that you can put your weed products in, so you don't get in trouble when you get home.
What I was like
They
to
got
do
Yeah.
those
is
here too. They got those here too.
Do they?
Amnesty
cell
boxes.
phones.
Yeah, amnesty.
Cell phone light on
I'm
there.
like,
Yeah.
I wonder who the guy is who collects that. 'Cause I mean, that,
I found
They
out
have
it's a,
those at EDC too.
it's a private
And who
organization.
uses that? No one.
yeah, like really at EDC,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's nothing like
It's
that.
just some
No one.
big wook
No.
comes and empties it out every day. He's like, oh
Yeah. I mean, or they like go resell it.
Undercard
kidding.
fights anyway, bro.
yeah.
We got a long time. Give me that light. So this well, just chilling.
I haven't smoked out of that yet.
So this is what I always do whenever I'm at whenever I show
How do I
something.
do that?
Pull that out and I just put
Out
it
of
on
what
there
then?
Ask Dave.
while I'm
Dave
rolling
knows
my
everything.
joints or while I'm doing any work
Wait.
or whatever, and it just creates like the perfect fucking ambiance. Like if you're sitting, like because it's like you can't otherwise you can't see what's going on.
Does it look cool under the bud cam or
this
what?
is your marketing
No,
thing right
this
now.
I'm
yeah, it
I'm
will.
hearing the Jurassic Park theme song right now and thinking of his amber.
Well, you should
cane.
definitely make like a little tape, like a little thing like that, and put some LEDs underneath it.
Introducing the
Put them on
uncut
if you go
bush.
to an event or whatever. Cause
Yeah.
boom, shit's so awesome. Well, that's not gonna look good under them there.
Yeah, cue the
Why
Jurassic Park theme song.
Why not?
I just feel like it's appropriate.
Check it out. Do it. Make
Lift
it
it up.
happen. Yeah, oh, Mark, scientific. Yeah, there you go.
Kablooey.
It's classic stoner shit. When you get down too deep, you're like, all right, I don't even know what's going on
It-
now, man.
It also looks like lava.
But
Maybe? If I seen lava and I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my party trick.
I agree with you.
With your product. I've done it many times. I've impressed many
That-
person that
yeah.
way.
That
Holy
it-
shit, bro, that's fucking amazing.
It's like a color you'd see in a Chihuly museum. Yeah.
Well, it's like tortoise shell kind of vibes or something like.
Yeah. Amber.
You get really. That's the cool part too about resin in general is that every plant is just produces such a different color, and you get, different consistency, different color, and depending on even different runs sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of play. I mean, even with the way it's grown, like hydro versus regenerative soil.
These are all grown on regenerative.
Yeah.
That's even better. What's going on over there?
Vinny's flirting with her. He's playing Jurassic Park theme.
Oh, you got to do that. No, you have to turn her head though. Go like that.
Just know everything reminds me of a song. That's just how my brain
Same.
operates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
To a fault.
We're breaking all the rules.
Yeah.
Breaking every rule possible.
Well, odds makers aren't
there's rules.
picking.
We're over here
Tyson
talking
in the first.
regenerative soil.
Yeah,
And
and
you
while we're
guys are-
talking to an expert for a sec, I'm wondering, maybe back up.
Yeah.
For those who are not Jedi extraction artists using BHO, the process begins when you harvest the plant. You're freezing it right away.
Yes.
How long's the process take to go from when they hand you the plant till this beautiful extract comes out at the end?
So batter is fast, so it's like pretty much same day that you do the extraction. But diamonds take a little bit longer, 7 days, 10 days.
And so is the market 7 to 10 days more lucrative, like because of that time investment into it?
At this point, it's really just like another product that people want with a higher concentration of THCA. So
What is the concentration?
the THCA is like 95 to 99%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
So pretty much, I mean, if it tests that THC and not THC heavy, then it's kind of a legal thing almost at that stage.
Almost. There's a little bit that's in the terps.
Yeah.
So, but it's real close.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you can find a lab to support your claim.
For sure.
You'd be like, yeah, this is 100%. But it's amazing because it's like, it definitely represents, like, you can really see how everything comes out in the wash when you're making hash. You can kind of see, like, oh, this has got a lot of wax, or this has, but when you're making diamonds, you really can see, like we were talking about earlier, the terp levels in the plants, sometimes outrageous, you know what I mean? And also sometimes, like, so is it easier to do diamonds is there like a sweet spot with a certain type of...
Yeah, there are definitely strains that crash out much better than others, and the only thing that I can equate that to is that, like, it's just the terp profile.
It would be a really good like TikTok.
So
I'm just saying.
This starts out as an oil, so we extract as cold as we can, so -50, and then boil all the tang off, and then what we're left with is just the oil. And so you either whip it and it turns into a batter. Oh, sorry. Or you let it slowly crash out and just use heat to manipulate it.
Got it.
And
that's what they'll grow them out of the solution, essentially.
Growing crystals is like being a little science experiment.
It
which
is
awesome.
So figuring out the sweet spots and what strains like do better than others kind of dictates, oh, I should do this and do a batter run, or I should do this and do a diamond run.
But I can also see you fighting with your eventual business partners who monitor the bottom line going, but you're taking 7 days longer. Are we getting, so much more out of it? And I wonder, what's the preferred way of vaporizing, right? So we're going to dabbing diamonds.
What's the preferred way?
Yeah, because I can't use it in my... so it works in this with the...
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think the problem that people have with diamonds is the fact that the terps are going to come at one temperature, and then the diamond's at another temperature, and then so if you're coming in too hot, you basically you'll get all the diamonds, but you'll also not get the terps. And if you come in too low, you kind of like puddle it out real quick.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot for sure.
And so I found myself breaking all the diamonds up to the point where it was a little bit more like a slurry, and then it would hit more equally compared to like pulling out the big massive one, dropping it in there.
For sure.
And so then but it always felt like, you're kind of like fucking it up, you know what I mean? But that's why I think that the batter got more popular, because people were kind of feeling like they were doing the same thing anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just on an extreme.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you for sure. And it's like, it's also kind of regional too. Like some people prefer them. It just...
Oh yeah, it's like...
I go through phases.
Well, it's like the size of buds back in the day, right? Like people wouldn't, like back in the day, they'd want Coke bottle size buds.
Yeah.
And then once it got into the fact that people had to retail it and sell it out of this, then they'd be like, well, I don't ever want it like that again, because they know that they're going to get all these ugly little fucking side buds compared to like nice little perfect 2.5 gram buds that'll, get, or 3.5 gram buds, so you could just have a perfect eighth every time. But if...
So nerdy.
Yeah, well, it's also repetitive shit that you're doing over and over again. So it's sort of like, if I have to fucking sit here and do this 3 times or do it 1 time, it'll be 1,000 times less.
No, like I'm like smoking like flower doesn't really get me high anymore. So I have
challenge accepted.
But you've never taken a dab. That's a crazy.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's slow.
Well, I took like a decade off of smoking weed.
Gotcha.
One. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually lived here when that all happened. It was like the weirdest fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just missed all of this.
Okay.
And now I'm back to it, and I just eat edibles because it helps me sleep, and it makes nighttime like fun. Netflix.
Now you see Vader was selling you off. They're like, oh, she does everything.
What?
She does dabs and all that stuff.
Oh
yeah.
Real,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So
yeah. You hyped me up. Thank you. That's so nice.
He's a bit
yeah. I'm not that cool, but thank you.
He was like, she needs vindicators and all sorts of
Oh no, like I like getting high. I'm just not. It's not my number one passion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's all for other people.
As I was like talking, I forget your name.
That was too wet.
I don't even know my microphone.
And now I'm like, I don't even know what we were talking about, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
It's on.
Okay.
Besides, challenge accepted.
Challenge.
I think you're gonna be happy.
Yes.
Or not.
Oh my gosh.
That's the brownies.
I have not opened the bag.
Yeah,
Wow.
That one smells like brownies. Let's see what she says.
What does it smell like?
This is our...
Well, you can't tell her what it is, and then...
Yeah.
It smells like weed.
It smells like brown.
Weed? Oh, no. That's not a good answer.
No, I know. That was a joke. It smells good.
Kids these days.
Smells like good weed.
Yeah.
Let me see if it still
I
smells
mean,
like it. Let me see if it still smells like it. Well, now the terpene. Now you're
I
breaking
really
it up.
don't know the difference.
More terpenoline popping out.
But I'm learning.
Watch. You're
Yeah.
gonna be like, yeah, I didn't even smell that before, right?
Also, I'm a parent, so I can't like smoke flower like around the house.
Yeah, I don't really smell that.
Or you can't go outside.
I know it disappeared.
I can go outside.
like from before.
No, exactly.
But,
we both
like, I
smelled
just
it
do
right
the
out of the
baby
gate.
pit.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, it's just easier.
So it took like a second, and I was like, it's gone.
Yeah. Right? Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But it was there. Maybe it was from the other weed though. That was touching. You know what I mean? It could have been that kind of thing where it's in there with the other weed. The other weed made it smell like. Because that's one thing I hate is whenever you put like multi buds into certain things.
I said that to them.
You like it's kind of like you almost impossible to retain the original. Something in that thing is going to overpower everything.
Oh,
else.
yeah,
It's
for
like the jack ruined all the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that could have been that too.
I said that to them, and they made a joke about they didn't have enough money to use 2 bags.
Jesus.
But they were just joking. It's amazing. This is fire weed. Mike, Matt, I sent you the link. Zoom in
So these are all
and
different.
remind me
little
who
buds.
gave me this weed.
I mean,
I'm having a hard time going. I'm having a hard time.
yeah. How do you
differentiating.
keep track?
Well, these are
Yeah,
unknowns
it gets,
to us. That's
it's
the
hard
problem.
for me, like back in Oklahoma.
Well, there's a strange phenomenon amongst, like, you know how taxi drivers in London have their parts of their brains are just bigger because they drive all these little streets and they have to fucking remember them all. So they have one area of their brain will be just like, boom, and that's all they deal with. Stoners, it's like, where's my weed? That's the weed I want. And you might have 20 pounds of weed, but none of it is. You don't want any of it. You just want that. There's like one in a drawer.
That's
behind
true.
a thing, and I have it. And somehow you have to keep like check of all your shit. Like when is.
I mean, I definitely
curing,
like if I don't like the bud, I'm not gonna smoke it. I'm at least at that point.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
You're not just picking up any random thing and being.
no, and I have my special stores, and then I have my really
You
shitty
can shout
ones.
them out. You can shout out your Oklahoma homies if you want, because then you can
I
tell them to
think
watch the
Nature's
show.
Kiss is the best right now, or like Seed's pretty okay. It's trying to be like Medman though.
Trying
And
to
by the
remember-
way, Medman went way the fuck
there's
down.
no med. Boo, Medman, boo.
You guys just pulled out some new weed. They want to see it in the bud cam, dude.
Bud cam.
Yeah,
Where
bud
is it?
cam.
Giant bud. Where'd
And
it go? This one?
What was the boo for?
the Uncut Bush Bud Cam.
Yeah, we
Brought to you by Uncut Bush. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh. Dave can do it.
Dave can do
Wow,
it.
dude.
I don't know.
That was the
Dave,
theme of the
come on.
day. Was
That
Dave
looks like
could do it.
saffron or something.
Yeah.
Move through all the different
That's
levels.
crazy.
Yeah, come on, Dave.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
It did smell like brownies right out of the gate,
Huh.
and then it doesn't smell like
And
anything.
so that was the one I just had in my hand.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is crazy.
Shout out to I liked your little uncut bush bit there. You just need to record that and just have him be able to play it. So you don't
I just do that from memory, bro. Wow. Every time.
pretty good.
You know why it sounded great? Because you weren't reading it.
I hate you guys.
No
You guys don't
reading.
read shit.
No.
No.
See?
No. That is like when everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like you start going, oh, yeah. No. There's no reading allowed on the show.
We could do the
okay.
show in like 15
So,
minutes if we
Let's
wrote
talk
it all
about.
down.
Let's talk a little bit about why you're here again too. You're not just here to have a reunion. You're here to go see a show. What show you're going to see? When is it? What's happening?
Oh, yeah.
If people
So,
want to come tomorrow, they can come tomorrow and check us out. And
yeah. So, thank you, Adam and Jamie, that now I am back in Colorado. And, oh, God, this is making me nervous.
Whoa.
Whoa.
She's on the spot.
You're like,
Okay.
oh my god.
no, it's just like this is my stomping grounds. Like this is my scene. So like I'm having a party tomorrow, 4:20, before the Other Trees show at Red Rocks. I have no idea who's playing tomorrow, but my artist and good friend Ilya is part of Emancipator, so that is on Sunday. So
Nice.
Ilya should be coming by on Saturday, which is tomorrow.
You know what's so crazy is that
What?
I had a dude at work. He's like, dude, I'm going to the show this weekend. He's like, Emancipator? Like, have you ever heard of him? I'm like, dude, we have like people.
I've been listening to Emancipator
Yeah.
since 2007. My brother actually
cool.
introduced him to me.
So you know what's funny is I
Yeah.
put it on and I was like, this is so Colorado when I first got here sound. Like,
Oh,
it was,
yeah,
it was
so
exactly
Colorado.
He said
2009, Colorado.
They played at his first festival
Yeah.
in New Hampshire in a field.
But those were really, really fun shows. Like, really, really good shows.
Yeah, sorry.
Also, one of those shows, like, I got my brother, like, I got Doug and Ilya to sign a poster for my brother, and, like, there's this crazy rager party at my apartment. There was, like, 50 or 70 people there, and that was the pinnacle of why I broke up with Jansen.
Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow. Inside scoop nugget here.
Inside scoop.
On the Adam Dunn Show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and like he met the next one like at that party, and I was like, yeah, I knew it, but like
Wow.
What's a
our
Jansen?
relationship ran its
Handoff,
course.
a handoff.
What's a Jansen?
He's just a dubstep, producer, DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
those.
don't you know?
Yeah.
Don't you know? Don't you know?
Dang,
Yeah.
Dave's not
You
up
don't
on his-
know?
He's not up on his
No.
D&B producers.
No.
No, he was in
I feel like that's not very
short shorts and
Colorado.
roller skates last
But
time he
also-
listened to new music.
I know you like Humphreys McGee. Is there
No, I
anything
know that.
besides a jam
Actually,
band
I do know.
that you
Actually,
listen
I
to?
know Jake.
Jake's
on my kid's
like
album.
he's like
Let's not talk about me.
Jake Sininger
I don't know. What are we talking
from
about?
Humphreys McGee.
Oh, yeah,
extracts.
He played on my kid's album.
Oh, that's so fun.
I went out to his house.
Yeah,
recorded out there.
is he a good dude?
He's all right.
Yeah.
I already. Never mind. We'll leave it out.
Yeah, I will say that Doug and Ilya are very good people.
He can shred.
Yeah.
Jake Sininger's a phenomenal guitar player.
Thank you for distracting Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Wow.
get back to
I-
the
I-
extracts.
We were talking music, bro.
What do you want to know?
I want to
Yeah.
know everything because I
band,
want to. I want to
Yeah.
know how you met this artist of the of engineering who thought this up, because it's probably going to be everywhere in 6 months.
No, I don't think so.
no, it's
Nope.
the opposite.
Yeah, like they've been out for a long time.
No, somebody's going to rip them off.
Hasn't happened yet.
Nah,
Just seems amazing.
I don't see
so
it.
Amazing.
It's not like one of those. Because if it was a portable thing, it would be ripped off because then they'd be like, oh, we can sell.
Somebody will figure out a way to make it
But it's
portable.
definitely like
Well,
a
how would you even make
dedicated-
it?
You need
How
to
would you
figure
even
out
do that?
how to do it with ferrofluid and like you can see it all like get all crazy.
feral.
That would be cool.
Ferro.
You keep your fucking fluid to yourself.
No,
man.
no, you haven't seen that like magnetic fluid?
Yeah, the stuff that.
Oh,
goes-
yeah.
Okay. Well then, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Ferris?
Yeah.
Is it Ferris?
It's
Or-
Ferro. F-E-R-O.
Okay, I thought you said
Whatever.
feral.
I heard feral.
Yeah.
I said Ferro.
No, I don't think so.
I did hear
Someone
feral
who's
at-
listening.
We all heard feral.
But also, I
Whatever,
feel
dude.
like that is kind of like a
Whatever.
Colorado term
Give us a
too.
whatever.
Like along with
Whatever.
ratchet and
You're
shit
right.
like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
This has a good flavor to it. I know
Oh
it's
wait.
not browny, but
Hey,
it definitely
look who we
is
have
something to-
here.
Oh, you can tell us what all the buds are.
Strappy McStraptor.
Strapty McStraptor.
Matt.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Sorry, I
AKA
didn't see you,
Brain
dude.
Strapped.
How long you been there?
I just
Oh,
tuned in
good.
right now.
Good
So
answer,
I've been
good
listening
answer.
in since I
Well,
got back from the farm.
that's my
tonight,
bad, yo.
So. Yeah, you guys smoking on some of the flour, huh?
So
Yeah.
we smoked your small bag of Hell's OG by Funk Punch. That was really tasty. And then
Nice.
you gave me, you had one of your friends showed up, handed
Aaron.
me a bag, pointed to the sealed bag to 3 different strains, and handed it to me. Who was that, and what were the strains?
Every one of them. And what are they?
Yeah, that
Show
was
me.
Aaron with Astronomics.
Who was it?
It's probably a combination of Cake Crasher,
There was one
Banana
huge-
Conda,
One
and
huge bud. You know,
That's
it's
going to be the Anaconda, right?
Banana Conda.
Banana con.
Bana-
That what a
Banana
name.
Conda. That
sounds
What a
delicious.
name.
And then I don't remember what the third one was. Maybe Strawberry Candy. I know he just bred with that Strawberry Candy. He just hit that with some. I don't remember what the male was he used in that, but he just gave me some seeds at that grill out yesterday. So, and then James with No Regrets, I think, gave you some flour as well.
Yeah, I left that jar at home because I rolled a joint last night. Forgot to put it back in my
You
bag.
can't trust Dave, really.
I know he leaves everything at
Just
home.
send it to So High
Yeah.
because we
Oh,
can't
I
trust
left
Dave.
it at home. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
The old left it at home, Dave.
Hand me
story.
that coffee right there.
You can have it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all you, dude.
Check out that bag that's sitting there in front of you guys. That's the Screaming Eagle garlic PBR.
It gets a little bit
and that
wet.
was
It's a little bit wet. It's a little bit wet.
5.
It's a little bit wet, he says.
It's a little bit wet.
Yeah.
Fearless leader says.
It's like
It's
little
wet.
side. So that's exactly how the Screaming Eagle smells. They're like super recessive. It's like almost like a lemon, like a pink lemonade or something. A lot of citrus there. And, I noticed that it was like 50-50 whether the calyxes were going to be purple or more of like a lime green. It kind of stacked like a shorter, squatty Pakistani or Afghanistan plant. The Screaming Eagle is exactly that. It's not a long, lengthy plant. It's like short and squatty with like pink, purple, violet calyxes and pretty frosty. And then genotype or potency numbers is testing out at around 19 to 22, 23% THC. So not too bad. It's a good smoke. It's more like, I don't know, more couch locking in my opinion. And that was bred to garlic PBR. And that was the one that won the hybrid cup at Connoisseur Cup this year.
Yeah, it's very, very purple. Got a lot of color.
Mm-hmm.
I like to melt into couches, so
there you go.
Yeah, that's probably right up your alley. Same thing with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was from Duke Diamond. That's his selection. It's Airborne G13 crossed with the 88 Cincy hash plant that he had bred to a select Afghani male, I believe. So
He might show up tonight.
Never know.
Haven't seen him in a while.
You never know. Not show up, just like pop in, you mean?
No, like
You got Colin in there, huh?
I told him
Yeah,
we had
appreciate
Colin
that
here
dude
with the
coming down,
grinder.
man.
Oh, you mean he might even show up?
Yeah.
Wow.
With some plants to grind.
Grinder? Did someone say grinder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you're like.
So we showed up yesterday at Area 420 at the Flower Factory, and we ran the M1 and trimmed a whole bunch of weed. We have the sorter. We ran that today. That was intense. That's a must-have for any business
It's a
selling.
cool machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But the way the trimmer is computer driven and weighs everything, well, it will eventually weigh everything in and out, and to the point where you can program each strain was fun to watch.
Well, it's like
It's
the world
neat.
is moving toward a metric world, right? Everybody wants data. Everybody wants information. So
I love
it should be
data.
your machines giving you your data because they're the ones doing it, right? So that's
Yep.
the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
Give you central control.
It's
So that's why we moved.
so
that
cool.
direction.
You're very talented.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I only do the big picture stuff. I have a team that does the details.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
Pretty cool.
well thought out, but that's what I'm saying. Like, weed has just progressed so far.
It's
just
crazy.
wild. Yeah, it's really
crazy.
wild.
We were saying earlier that we just love conveyor belts because they're just so much fun. Like that's stoner.
Look at when
Stoner,
Yeah,
like,
oddly
pinnacle-
satisfying
pinnacle of stoner heaven.
videos.
Like, oh,
See, we're gonna launch your Reddit career with oddly satisfying.
Are we gonna bring the grinder in here and check to see if it does the other thing?
Yeah, did you
here?
bring plants?
I did. Plant. I bought plant.
Bring
because
plant.
I
Bring
knew,
it
I knew
on
it
in.
would be a
All right,
confusion.
there we go.
Bring it on. Bring it.
Bring
Set
it.
up.
Mr. X will carry it for
So we
you.
got to go another 20 extra minutes anyway because we.
I might need to
want
grab
more,
something
so.
to wheel it in.
Nah.
Here.
Yeah.
Vinny will do it. He's got
Do
a
whatever
great
we want.
back.
Do what I want.
Strong
Nah,
back.
dude.
I do what I want.
We gotta do Patreon too.
No, we're not doing
We have to do it. We're
We
doing
have
it.
videos.
Doing everything. Doing it all.
Yeah.
Your videos, yeah, right. Your unedited, fucking messy ass standing around with the fucking camera everywhere. Videos. No one wants to see that. Now Stacy, on the other hand, she took some.
I could probably help
She
you.
took some tight, beautiful videos. They
Yeah.
possibly could put some of those on.
Yeah, on the Insta 360. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun to play around with, like all the modes and see what
Oh,
we come
yeah.
up with.
Took her on the tour.
Yeah.
We did all sorts of good stuff. So,
Yeah, you can even like
she's
make
got all the
like
good shots. Dave, not so
Dave,
good.
not so good. All his shots, big,
Not so
bloated.
good. Like, what are you
You
doing?
gotta get me links to all the stuff you do on.
Why did you give
on
me
my
the camera?
I am
Because
just
I thought
an
you were gonna
internet
not stand
nerd.
around and
like
just,
I
not
just
pay
love
attention to what you're
YouTube.
doing. Like, you're gonna like do stuff.
I just
Get me
think
in the
about
shot,
it
make you
a
look
lot.
Like, what are you doing?
Just like you guys think about like weed all the time, I think about YouTube and music all the time and data.
data.
Back to data.
Well, you'll
Yeah.
help us
Love
out
the
and figure
data.
out where our million plays went.
It's the exact-
I can
I think
probably
cannabis has always been
help
opposite data. Like we've
figure that
always
out
been
for
like,
you.
Don't tell anybody stuff. you
That's
know,
crazy.
Now we have to tell everything, which is
Yeah.
like SOPs.
Well,
and things like that.
the control databases are like the hated thing, like the metric base. Those databases are that thing that people fight against. But that's an amazing tool. If you just stuff the information in there.
Oh, there's so much. There is so much already. Think about it.
Yeah.
They've already had.
But that's what I'm
10+
saying.
years.
It's like it's just needs to be mined and used, because if you just start adding layers to it, because it has a room.
Yeah.
You just think like, imagine going back and seeing trends for years in certain rooms, right? And you're like, wow, I'm seeing a differentiation in my mids to small ratio in room number 3. What the hell's going on in room number 3? You know what I mean? I mean, right now people are masterful growers, and they have, but it's in their mind. It's there. It's not a data-driven, information-driven.
It better be.
Thing. It's getting there, but I mean, you know what I mean? So then you can start doing deep analytics, and that's when you'll start to see some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, this is
Finding
where
out
I say,
how
like, when
terpenes
you're
become
like a
expressed and stuff like
expert
that.
like marketer, you kind of like just turn into a strategist. So it's just like I like read on like Pew and McKinsey research, and like I like analyze like generational trends and how things like flow. So I like sit here and like watch the media and all the trends. And so then I'm here like with either talent or like my own like data, and like here's a trend, like why is this going up? It's like probably because of seasonality or whatever. And like there's all these tools to figure out how to win the internet.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's really
very
fun.
cool.
That's my nerdy
Be
stuff.
our new best friend.
I will be.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Thanks, Jamie.
Jamie, what again? What is a spliff?
What is this?
What is a split? And
That
I
should
was
be a
thinking, and
t-shirt.
he's British, and I'm just thinking of the movie Human Traffic.
Oh, he's perfect for that. He's
Yeah.
got the vibe too. He's
Yeah.
got the vibe.
Oh my God, I know.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a spliff, man. Oh, you know what? All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I was
man.
like, of course you love drum and bass.
Yeah, James, good guy. Mm-hmm. Good people, and it's. I was just back in Amsterdam, and it was just interesting to see and like we were talking about earlier, like the scenes getting bigger again. You know what I mean? This was like, okay, 20
It
years,
is.
20 years later. you
Dom
guys-
Dalla did a song with Tuvlo. Yeah.
No way.
Don't even tell Dave that. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Haven't you heard? Haven't you
I-
been on
I
YouTube
just
or
heard.
just like on Spotify? or
No,
anything?
I just heard right
It's
now.
not in your algorithm?
My what?
Your algorithm?
My what?
Yes.
That's the thing that controls your life, Dave.
For another time.
Just relax, bro.
Kids these days.
Can you get that on 8-track?
Oh, do you have an 8-track?
I do at home.
You yes, you do.
I know.
Yeah.
Tomorrow unfolding.
That's cool.
You have it? Do you have an A-track?
I do have an 8-track.
Oh, I got a
That's
present
so
for you.
sad.
I bought because when I was buying all my tape cases, I got an 8-track thing by mistake one time. So I was like, fuck, I don't have any 8-track. So got a case for you. Got
Great.
a case.
That's great.
It holds 12 whole 8-tracks.
do
That's
you,
like
do you
70
collect
Can you
like this
imagine?
stuff or like?
I collect records mainly, but
Oh,
I also
love that
I just,
so much,
I
yeah.
just love physical media in particular. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, 8-tracks are just weird because I remember as a kid, I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't
It's
just stop.
traditionalism,
It doesn't stop
too. It's
on the
like
song. It just
also
kind of
books.
randomly jumps
I have a
around.
hard time
You're
reading on a
the
Kindle.
fuck is go? Who
I
came
really
up with
do.
this? Like, terrible. Terrible idea.
Well, the cassette tape killed the 8-track tape. The little cassettes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for
destroy
sure.
it.
Cassettes are the best.
They were the best.
They
man.
still are. No, they still are. They're actually getting
need
more
some
popular.
seeds?
They are.
They're coming back
They're not
hard.
really
It's weird.
No,
All
they're
the
coming
stuff
back
that I'm
hard.
buying on vinyl has a cassette release as well. It's
Oh no,
really
it's
strange to
it's
me.
coming back like harder.
3
than
plays
I
later.
just
and
don't.
it's-
I didn't like the tape. I didn't like tape.
I love tapes.
If I was gonna go backwards, I would go to CD.
CD.
yeah. Well,
I could never keep them in good condition. I
Yeah,
always fuck them
same.
up. I was
They're-
lame.
but
and
it's
I-
just
The
like
scratch
vinyl.
on the CD is deadly. Yes.
yeah.
We got a shit ton.
Tapes are great, dude. Tapes are fucking the shit.
I
They
just
Warp.
fail
You just fucking
equality.
whack it.
They
Too
don't,
many
they don't
moving
stop
parts.
working.
I was
No,
just
it's
recently
great.
talking to someone, just like the difference of like music listeners, and like I like to listen to Spotify on shuffle, or people like to
Oh.
listen to things like
I'm an album
sets.
guy.
So you have to listen to it all the way through. Where he's so that's what I'm hearing.
I'm an
Tapes,
album
I'm
guy.
thinking like, oh, it's like a DJ set.
Finding a song on a tape is tedious.
Mixtapes are the best.
Yeah.
The mixtapes were cool though.
I can
That was the
fixate
whole
on a
deal.
song.
That was the whole thing about tapes.
I don't know who just called in, but we have another caller.
Yes, we have OMG guys are calling in from New York.
This is great.
They popping up.
Welcome
Strappy.
to the show.
Wait, hang on one sec before we go to him. Strap, is Mike there?
Yeah.
Anyone else there?
I sent Mike a link. I can send him a text here and remind him.
So, you guys tell us about Area 420 quickly. How is
Jesus, what,
everyone
you trying
doing?
to derail us now?
What do you mean? Let's get it out quick.
Tonight, I was listening to the show earlier, and I was out in the field,
we're in
and I
trouble
planted one zone early just to go ahead and get an early direct seed in, just to see what's going to come up, and I double seeded it today. So there were like 20 rows. I did 20 plants per row, double seeded that, and it was a feminized hybrid of green crack and SFVOG. So we'll see how that comes up in the spring. If some don't come up, it's not a big deal. We'll fill those back in with the same strain, fem seeds, or seedlings, or a select clone from that variety. Or
It'd be interesting to see if it, winterizes, helps out. Maybe, you never know.
Yeah, well, that's what I did with the outdoor that you guys are looking at on the table. Was from just the personal backyard, just kind of a little R&D project, and those were planted November 18th last year, right before the heavy frost or snow. So this year I didn't quite get before like our first heavy snow, because we just got hit with snow pretty hard these last couple of weeks. But I did get an opportunity today where it did warm up to where the ground wasn't frozen. I could still skim through the dirt and get the seeds down in the ground. So yeah, I mean, they're in there. So that's the main thing, and we'll see what comes up. But what does come up, I think, is going to do pretty good, even though there's a little bit longer flower time on that green crack. I think it'll have plenty of time to finish if it's planted in early that.
Green crack was actually pretty fast. It's like only like 49 days indoors, 50 days. So
This
at least
one,
the cut
this
that we
one
have.
this one goes 9 to 10 weeks. Like it's like super mango-y. Like it's like
Interesting.
it's
The
thick,
one I got is
dense,
really-
but it's
more
very, very mango-y.
not the same as not like bikes. That ain't
Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah, no, this one smells just like
Yeah, that-
mangoes.
Mhm.
And
I like it.
I got this one from Sam from Beyond Hype Seed Company. He passed that my way.
green
So.
crack.
Oh, the green crack. No, I don't have that one.
It's good. Okay, we got the guys in from OMG. What's going on?
Yeah, Matt, we are legally required to go to the
There's a
guys from New York because they have a dog with them.
Oh, yeah, you're good,
It's way
man.
more important with the dogs. Let's see if you can pull the dog out. They pulled the dog card on you.
So our background's not working, but the event is lit, so we're just gonna we'll talk about that.
All right.
So this Sunday, tell us about this Sunday. What's coming up in New York? That I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But now you're a working man.
But I'm here. I got a job.
Now
I got
you're
a real
working
job. I got a
man.
real
He's
job.
gotta
now.
clock in,
You
bro.
could go to Red Rocks.
I know. That's in the cards.
Not in the cards, bro.
What?
You're a working man.
I
You
just
gotta
have
get
to
them
leave
hours
early
in.
because I got to get to work on Monday morning.
Oh, you can come in a little early. You can
He's
leave a little
moving up
early.
to the 2 jobs, the 10 that you got.
Oh shit! You got 10 jobs.
All right. Well, let's talk about their job. They got
All right.
so what do we got Sunday coming up?
So we got the Kush and Sour comp in Brooklyn, New York. It's super lit. It's like the legends, the judges, the competitors really brought the heat. It's just a great time for we have 4 vinyl DJs coming through. Large Professor, he's like pretty well known. Styles P, he's actually a judge. He's an honorary judge too, actually. Yeah.
Awesome.
And he'll be performing. Yeah, it's just going to be super
really,
cool.
Wait,
the sour.
the event is going to go on even though Adam is not going to be there to judge? You didn't cancel it and reschedule for when he can get out there?
That's crazy.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on.
I know. Sad.
The first annual Kush and Sour
first,
comp and
that's right.
Expo. So
We'll be back next year.
Yeah.
Okay? Yep.
It sounds so fun.
Okay.
so fun.
Yeah. And
AJ's there.
So in Brooklyn?
JJ's there. All the J's are there.
Wait, hang on. You have
You're
8.
not there though. Wrong.
I'm
Not
sorry,
all
I
the
didn't get
J's.
that.
Not all the J's.
Oh yeah, Marty will be there. Origins, Sherbinsky, Leo from Aficionados coming through.
Nice.
It's a crazy party.
No,
It's
good.
pretty much a time capsule
Don't remember what
of the
you said.
early '90s you know, with the
Without me,
evolution.
it's still
That's
not. Now it really
so
isn't.
fucking sick. And you said this is going to be every year.
Early 90s, you weren't
'Cause
born.
I would totally
No,
come
not me.
next year.
No, older head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they
know him too.
Yeah. What?
Well, that's
Well, now I do.
that's the good. Well, that's the
And it's
first
not what
good-
it is now, too, you know?
that's what I'm saying, the evolution of
You
like
want
what,
to
you
know
know.
everything.
Yeah.
And then Rosin Dog's going to be there, of course.
Oh, sweet. Will you give him a big hug? We love him.
You know what's fun about this? It's double blind, not triple like our last competition, but pretty much the Kush and the Sour are not like labeled for the judges. So they gotta like, if they know their strains like they say they do, they gotta kind of like.
That's good. That's good.
That's
That
it,
puts
check
more
it out.
pressure on the judges for sure.
So,
Because
wait, but are you requiring the judges to be like sommeliers, or can they just really know what they like and be able to tell? Like, I don't know if I'd be able to tell, you know, the difference between certain strains unless it was prominent, but I have a nose for what I really, really like.
And that's what we're looking for. Like, we're looking for, you know,
They'll be
the
grading
one,
with the, like
you
the
know,
grading
the
system.
effects, like the good stuff.
Yeah, the grading system.
It doesn't
Help 'em out,
matter
Vinny.
what it's called. We don't.
Yeah.
Taste,
he's got to
high.
bring a grinder in. Set
Since
it up
it's
somewhere.
in New York, do you guys take a few minutes to make fun of Jason Pinsky, just, you know, because it needs to be done? I mean, do you do that or no?
I don't do that.
Yeah, you should definitely try if you
I don't know
can.
what that is. So.
No, it's
Good.
funny
That's a
thing.
good answer. That's a good,
Good answer.
Perfect
That's the
answer.
best
That's the
answer
best
that we've
answer
heard
you
all
could have
night.
heard. We could have heard if it was like, oh yeah, we do. I mean, oh no. So no, that's a good answer. But on the other side, this event is happening now. You guys are doing events pretty much like monthly. Like you guys are just kind of putting out. You do other people's events and.
Stopped like the last 3 years. Like,
And are they all like old school like events?
yeah, our first show we called it On Your Grow, and like,
We went through, like everybody, like Brothers Grimm came out. We've done like a lot of showcasing with
Jacob,
different.
Swami.
Yeah, that sounds so fun. I'm gonna have to come out
Oh,
for
my
sure.
goodness,
Yeah.
But well, I got a perfect date for you. So we are also, since I'm not going this time, and I was already planning on doing something, and I've been asked many times, especially by Rosin Dogs, and I think now is the time we got to do it. February 14th, I think that's
Valentine's Day.
perfect time to be in New York, and we are going to be there to do the official. I think it'd be the fourth because we skipped a year. We started in 19, we started in 14 and went till 19. Yeah, so fourth annual, I believe it is, with a couple skips in between.
Okay.
ADSI New York edition.
Dig it.
And we will be doing it in collaboration with these guys. And since they're there, boots on the ground. They know all the good venues.
November, December, January, February.
Perfect amount of time.
You got 4 months. You better start growing something.
You got a perfect amount of time
Let's go.
to get your entries. And the thing about the ADSI, I'll explain it really simple because I was explaining it to them and they liked the idea too. Because what we realized is
I
that
am interested.
categories make it complicated because the reality is cannabis is all hybrids mostly, right? So it's like there's very few pure strains. There's very few like what you would like if you say sativa, that's very much down to like, does it taste like Jack or does it taste like, people get this kind of like discouraged if they don't taste what's familiar to them and then there's a lot of like reality checks at the end. So really what we do is we just do the best cannabis wins. So it's one winner takes all. There's no, we'll do second and third place of course, but we won't have multiple categories because the idea is it's like when you go to Fogo de Chao, you ever been there, the Brazilian places?
I fucking love that place so much.
So you flip over when you don't want to eat because you're too full. Say if you go there, it's sort of a similar concept except it's a head-to-head competition. So the idea is you bring 2 jars out, and it's in bracket categories. So the 2 jars come out. We have them. Everybody sits at the tables like you're at a wedding, and you're brought out in between each time. You get something to kind of clean your palate. But the idea is that you basically work amongst yourselves. You got the 2 jars. You got scopes. You got whatever you need to like work with it. You at the end you just flip over the one you don't like and you leave the one up that you do like, and it goes on to the next round. And then
Fun.
At the end of it takes about 36 rounds, so you got to be fucking ready to smoke hardcore. So it's good. Like you bring in the right people. It's not like you can't no quitting, you know what I mean? It's like there's no quitting. You're like you're and everybody, because they work in sync as a table compared to like trying to fill out your own little Apple thing, it makes it a lot easier because at the end you get a kind of consensus where you might think you know, but then someone tells you something and notices something, and then you're like, oh shit, I didn't even. Oh yeah, it's got mold on it, dude. Fuck, forget about it. You're like, and it happened one year where Klopp won. So I was like, okay, Klopp, but it had mold on it, and at the end, everyone complained, and I was like, you guys are the judges. You all didn't see that. If you didn't see that, or if you let it go, that's on you. You know what I mean? Because what happens is a lot of times it's like, and it's funny because back in the day, we weren't as anal about everything. People would be like, it's a little bit of mold. They just like break it off and still smoke the bud because it was so worth so much more at that time. And now everybody's like, oh my God, that had it's like people freak out. It is like, in the real industry, it's even worse because it might just be a microbial fail or some bullshit. And it might just be organic weed that had a whole bunch of microbials going on, and they identify it as something, as a bad, and you're like, oh shit, really? So you almost, that's why all the weeds they put it all through radiation here, because if they don't, it don't pass, because they've literally tweaked out the system just to make it so that they know if it hasn't been through, because it's another way to make money, on top of everything, and it makes it, from like if you import, a lot of vegetables that are imported are radiated too, so there is stuff you don't even know that it's being done. Like, it's like, dude, all your food has been radiated. All that shit's been radiated. Anything that comes in,
it's totally safe.
So they'll do it.
I am understanding the deep dive now.
But for smoking, it's like one of those ones where it kind of brings the vibe down. That's for sure. Like that little.
Well, it's usually the lower tier though stuff too. Like the pre-rolls, stuff like that. You're gonna see those like discounts and deals on the shelves, those bottom shelves. That's just the retail side trying to move that stuff at the end of the day. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if you ask that question across the counter, I'm sure that, there's a chance that it could be radiated flour.
Most of the bigger places are doing it just because they'd rather do that than fail. You know what I mean? Because it's like, because they'll publish it like, here, failed. And it's like, but again, like I said, if you're growing organically, a lot of people would fail almost every time, especially because when a lot of these soils had a lot of cadmium in them, things like that weren't good, but it was also in a form that wasn't necessarily going to get taken in by the plant either, you know what I mean? Because the plants don't always. So, there's a lot of.
So this event on February 14th.
Oh yeah.
Back to the event in New York. Well, that's going to be like I said, it's invitational, so you will be getting your invites. If you're like, I am inviting you to this, so it's not even open to the public. Technically, it's open just to people that I think are worthy to come to the damn invitation in the first place. So if
I'm
you get
worthy.
One, you're worthy, of course, but you're not going to be entering anything. I don't think about that.
No.
I'm sure Jay would like to come to New York.
I would just be there for comedic relief.
Come crush the ADSI, like he's been eyeing for a while, I'm sure.
Well, how about what's their selection process for like you invite people?
No, they're going to be helping me out with the venue and making it all work and doing their
for the one this weekend that you weren't going to be there.
This weekend is already done. And
no, how was your selection process? How did you invite people to give submissions? What's the criteria? I'm sure you just can't say no irradiating your weed. And that's it.
But nobody's going to do that unless they're in the industry. Nobody's taking weed out of a dispensary to enter into a cup. That's the whole point.
I mean, our network is, mostly craft growers. And so we just advertise that we're doing this, and the quality growers really show up, because I've had lots of people tell us, I don't know if my flower is good enough. I'm like, look, man, if you're going to doubt yourself, no offense, but probably, you won't win. So
it's really, really, really,
it's kind of
really nice.
It finds itself. It's a good network.
Kush and Sour.
I think people know what's up.
Once you see, exactly, it's like, and New York is really got much more of a scene than what we got going on here. I mean, here
you guys seem very, very New York. Yeah.
Honestly, we've been the busiest.
Don't worry, people say we're not from New York.
We've been driving for.
Who are they? Tell us who they are. We'll fuck them up.
Sorry.
We love them all.
And you're still doing Sundays?
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Makes Dave cry.
Are you still guys doing Sundays at the one spot that I went to with Kip that one time, or you guys?
Oh,
just,
no.
no.
We use like tons of different spots, but this Sunday we'll be at the Brooklyn Monarch in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. It's a really awesome venue.
It's really
got
nice.
indoor space, outdoor space. It's like all really open.
I'm definitely gonna tell my friends.
And are you going to have any type of assistance for Rosin Dog since he's still on the mend? You know, maybe a VIP area for him to.
Yeah, we got a VIP area. Thanks, man. You're awesome. We got a VIP area for the VIPs and the judges. You know, so that's cool for everybody. That is cool.
And everyone brings their own rig for sampling, or are they provided by like?
So this is a flower
judging also has.
and the judging has already been.
It's just
in
sour and
process.
Kush. That's it.
Kids.
It's the sour Kush or the Kush and Sour competition. Dave, get it together. Jesus.
Will you expect me to read the card beforehand?
Never.
You're great.
Well, it's a good question because you're right. They're judging before the show. It's we drop off the kits and they assess it. They give their results.
How many entries this time?
23.
A
Fuck
through
yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, you don't. I mean, the thing is, sometimes it's like there's 80 or 90, or you're just like, dude, it's a little
I would
overwhelming.
limit
I don't think there's 80 or 90 growers out there with this
50,
level.
50 is the
Kush and Sour.
yeah.
So
Like
Did Rick enter? Rick Fair?
Rick wanted a judge.
He wanted to judge, or he's he gonna judge? So he's
Rosin
judging. He's judging instead of entering.
Yeah, you can judge.
There you go.
So
Okay, good.
we
Good.
don't-
Say
We
hi.
don't
to
have
Rick.
competitors we just.
Yeah, you can't wait. Well, that's a good idea, right? And it's like, why not necessarily at the same
They have
time?
that though. They really have that. out
They
there.
do, and that's cool. It works, but for this we just wanted,
I mean, yeah, you can. It's hard to. I mean, that's the thing is we were doing that sort of within our deal, but everything was, we made sure that.
As the way
everything-
to make it work.
But at the same time, you can fucking figure it out. You're like, yeah, if you don't know your own weed, then there's a problem, right? Oh,
We even get paranoid that some of the judges know some of the growers. We're like, oh no, do they know each other? Will they be able to recognize it? But we do our best to really try to blind the
best is when you get people bitching and going doesn't really burn, and you're like, fucking, that's his own weed, dude. He's fucking doesn't even. He's like, I've seen that happen, and it's been pretty awesome. It's like finally, yeah.
Who was it? Who was it? Tell us who it is. Come on.
No. His name has 3 letters in it. That's all I'm saying. Dun-dun-dun.
Age something J.
Anybody who knows me probably knows who it is. If you're like,
That's like on Hell's Kitchen.
3 number or 3 letters? Yeah, it's got a 3-letter name. It's a 3-letter name. And also, at the same person, I had an article where it was the entries that Snoop actually smoked it and said it tasted like carpet fiber or something like that. I was like,
Look it up
damn.
quick. 3 letters rhymes with has been.
Yes.
2 down. It's 2 down on the Times crossword. Good. Come on.
Anyway, you'll never figure it out.
You gave us so many clues.
I know.
though.
Dre.
No, just don't. I'm not even going to answer now if you don't forget about it. No, I'm not throwing him under the bus.
Okay.
You already did. We're
Yep.
going to figure it out. He
One
knows
day-
you said it.
I
He's
know.
coming for you.
He's watching right now. That's the worst part.
Just
So,
relax, bro.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the landlady just showed up. That means
Okay.
that we're getting close to the end, so we have to think of a few things.
We
to
started
do.
late, though.
Well, we
I know.
gotta think of a
We
few
did,
things.
but we still have to do. We have to do our shout outs, and we have to impress Sandy with all of our incredible sponsors. She's going to be mind blown. Everybody who comes on the show is like, wait a minute, you have so many sponsors.
Can you tell us about this machine for a second, and we'll do the ad so we can sell that and say, look, they did such a great ad for you.
No.
Well,
Hook 'em up.
excuse me. What does this have to do with this show?
It's called the Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes it, and how do is
Indux.
it is
The company's
Index?
called Indux. No,
Indux, Dave.
Indux. It's what I meant to say.
I mean, Mark should have had that looked up already and on the screen, but he's
What are
not.
you talking about?
Indux.com?
I think so.
Indux.com. Check it out. Look. Find it. This is how we do the show normally.
Oh my god.
This domain is for sale.
What?
Oh.
They're out of business. You'll never see them again.
Honestly, I'm feeling on the negative.
Buy it.
So we were talking about here. I don't know if you saw earlier, but this is an induction sort of. Explain it once.
Index labs.
We've had that at our events. Yeah.
They're pretty sick, right? With the quartz and the steel inside the quartz and the thing.
Those are fire, yeah.
See, it's a good judging one too, just because it's got that precision, and they'd all be the same compared to
And it's quick.
having, and you don't get like there's. I mean, the only thing about it is it's so fucking efficient. I'm like, I don't know. To try to get through 26 different dabs, you'd be like,
do small ones.
you'd have to do the tiniest dabs.
Yeah.
This thing.
I mean, it's definitely the best tasting of anything tonight.
You get zero
Yeah.
charred anything.
It's the only thing you've ever dabbed out of, right?
Well, that's true, but still, I had
It is the
various
best.
other ways of getting high, fucker.
Thank you, genius person.
You're welcome.
So in New York, I know you're having a craft cannabis event, and more than likely, all the submissions were hand trimmed. However, you're in a commercial state where people are in massive production facilities. Our buddy Colin drove all the way from Nevada to Colorado. We presented to Area 420, probably the best trimmer I've ever seen. I looked at the flower going in, we saw it going out. Even a guy standing there who said, I run an 8-man trim crew, and this looks really good. It does not look machine trimmed at all. And then somebody else spoke up and said, in Oklahoma, you have to declare. Is it
Right, ask her. She knows.
Well, it was either
everything about
Oklahoma
Do
or
I?
Oregon. One of the states, you have to declare whether or not it's been machine trimmed, and they put it on the label. And
Definitely
I-
have to in Canada.
that's
can
it.
look.
Canada. That was it. In Canada, you have to
What
do
did you
that.
say, Oklahoma or where?
Damn.
Canada.
You're
I was
so
wrong.
They're
off.
right close to
Oregon.
each other.
You're so off. Bro.
Yeah.
And
Wrong country.
and there are companies in Canada who use Greenbro's equipment who
Canada's
have been
where
able to
trimmers came
pass
from.
off.
All trimmers started there. That's like the first trimmer.
Well, not
mecca.
all trimmers started there.
But then I think Centurion Pro is the first one though, and that's been from
Yeah,
Canada.
I mean, they were the first. They have all the barrel trimmers. You could say that.
Yeah, I'm not saying
the barrel trimmers all started there.
but I think that's the first commercial trimmer, pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. Twister.
Before Twister, I think Centurion Pro is first.
They're
And
they're
then
all
Does it
really,
matter who's
they're all
first?
really
Oh
closely
no,
related.
no,
up
no,
there.
no, no, no! I'm telling you, there's a whole. We had him on the show, so I know the history. The guy who made it, right? He got
There's
taken.
some wild stories about these people.
Yeah,
They had
that guy. That
they
guy
had
got
trimmer wars up there.
That guy got almost murdered.
Yeah, no
that guy
shit.
got murdered. No, that guy got like attempted murder on him multiple times.
I've heard gunfire and things like this. The stories I've heard are pretty insane about the trimmer wars
all
up
the
there.
trimmer war. Because the thing is, it was worth so much money at that time, right? So people were doing outdoor weed, getting a couple grand a pound, doing hundreds of pounds, moving it everywhere, thousands of pounds.
They
whatever.
needed to get it down, get it out.
And so these guys had the direct connection, and so what happened was the guy invented it, and then these Russian guys came and said, "Oh, we love your trimmer. We love it. We want to buy many trimmers, many." And he's like, "Oh, great!" And he's all excited. So he starts making them for him, and then they're like, "How much do you want for this company? We want to buy this company." And he's like, "Oh, no, I don't really want to sell the company or nothing like that." "Oh no, we could do something. You should probably sell it to us. I think you should. And he's like, "Nah, I'm good. I think I'm good." And they're like, "Yeah, well, we need like 900 more, but we don't want to pay the price. We want to pay a little cheaper. Cheaper. They started giving him that, and then he was like, "No, I can't because all these parts that I'm using the best fucking parts possible." And they're like, "No, we have contacts in India, so we can get these done way cheaper." And he's like, "I don't want to do that." And they're like, "No, you want to do that. I'm telling you, you want to do that, right?" And he's like, "No, I really don't." And then all of a sudden he was like walking across the street, and fucking some guys came out and tried to shoot him, and he got shot in the leg or something in the end. Or something.
What?
And he had to run. Oh yeah, and it was like full on. Then they were like, they just like, "We don't even care if you sell it to us because we are taking everything you have. We're taking every design. We're taking it all. It's now ours." They were doing that like, this Centurion Pro is our Centurion Pro. So they started doing their own version of it with his logo. And his awards from the Cannabis Cup or from the High Times, he had High Times award for the best product of the year or something like that. So they started publishing Centurion Pro with the best. And he's like, "What are you doing?"
But
You
what
just
what
stole
happened
my-
with the gunfire?
You stole my logo. You stole my fucking design, and they're just like, "You're not gonna do this. Is ours now. I don't know what you're talking about." And then so he's been back. So,
Are you in the
so there was
mafia?
2 Centurion Pros going at the same time, 2 companies.
If any of the Russians are listening, we love you. We love Russia.
We don't know
and
what's
we don't know
happening right now.
anything.
No, they sold it to some other guy in the long run, but it was like
Hi,
the
my name is
scammiest
Dave.
thing ever. Where it was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, they just stole it all from me. They took it
Right,
all."
Twister, and then
and
Mobius.
Twister-
Mobius came out of Twister, and I mean it's
So Twister then was like,
and there's no
came
IP. So
after
the barrel,
that.
I don't know about Mobius. Mobius might have IP, but the other barrel trimmers do not have IP, and so they're kind of just being, every Chinese barrel trimmer on the planet
And the
is like.
and the Mobius is like, we have 3 of them at the green farms. They're
Yeah.
all broken. They're crap.
They have expensive consumable parts.
They have this giant cleaner thing that comes for the blade, and you're just like, "Oh my god, dude, what a overkill!"
I was
waste
able
of
to
time.
clean the blade of the Green Bros M1.
It's
So
a
what
big
I-
unit too. It's not a small unit. It's
The
pretty
Mobius
big.
or the other one.
The Mobius.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's big and awkward and stupid, and it's got this humongous
loud
lower thing and loud, and you're like, "Whoa," it's like a whole engine going off. That's the whole thing is if you're going to stand in front of a machine all day, you can't have to like wear it. You're like,
So what I was trying to
Like
say
stand in
to
front of a
our
jet
friends
engine.
from New York,
Yes.
that if you have any friends with large farms, we have equipment, and we'd love to get them in touch with the rep for New York for Green
we
Bros.
go with gentle, quick, and quiet because you
I
can
used-
actually
I used
stand
to
and
use
have a
a Green
conversation
Bros.
with them.
small.
Facilities in like Las Vegas.
Might know some people.
That's him right here.
He's right here. This is Colin.
Colin's here in the studio.
He's here in the
so-
studio. He founded the company.
I'm invisible.
You can see he speaks from the cloud.
So he's been using.
I am in the cloud with the Adam Dunn logo.
He's like.
And for your friends that happen to be breeders, we're going to be doing a demonstration on Patreon. We think the grinder, which not only
If it
grinds
doesn't work,
flour,
if it doesn't work, we're on Patreon, so only 5 people are going to see it. So
but
it's
it,
perfect.
it is a joint reclaimer. So if you're running a pre-roll company and you wind up with 5% that don't pass quality control, and you're running 10,000 joints a week, well, that's a lot of joints that go to samples or to gifts that your financial officer is really freaking out about. You drop them in a G-Light grinder, it gives you 3 piles: crutch, paper, and cannabis that you can just run into your reworking machine. With a little, tiny little bit, 2 seconds, you pick out what didn't make it, into the separation pile, and it's
Compared to
ready
like
to
paying
go.
some guy to like tear apart joints.
Take seconds.
like,
Whatever, dude. We run because we make a joint machine too, and we run all day, and you just gotta rerun the material because I'm not gonna waste the material as it's being used in for learning how to make the machine better. And so you cut them apart with a razor blade. It's not it's not friendly work. You cut them open, dump it out, cut them open, dump it out. So that's why I decided to throw them in there because I just wasn't gonna do it anymore.
And then
I didn't realize, why do they break down the joints like that? Why did they do this?
They failed quality
failed
control.
quality control. So if you're rolling 10,000, you're gonna end up with 100 or whatever more.
No, you end up with like sometimes 500,
I was like,
1,000.
Yeah, and the machines have much higher. Doesn't matter what the machine company tells you, the machines all have a higher loss rate.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that.
So to reclaim the material instead of throwing it out,
And then
just
we
throw 'em in the
ran.
machine.
So we took Adam's product that from their facility. We ran about 8 pounds through
on the trimmer. Yeah,
it was about 8.
Yeah,
six,
so 6 to 8.
6 to 8 pounds in less than 30 minutes. Then we ran that through a sorter for maybe 7 minutes.
Not even.
Not even.
If it was all running and we actually weren't stopping
you'd
and
be done at
starting,
the same time.
you could
And
do it in.
it gave 4 piles of different sized bud. Then we took the trim, so what was just taken off from the trimming process, and ran it in a 420 Alchemist, and it produced some amazing, amazing tan keef. No green material in it whatsoever. And
We have that
You seen
picture.
that Alchemist? Which is the...
We showed that picture earlier.
Yeah, but Mark's not really on it, so he doesn't pay
Nah.
attention. He's watching the... What are you watching, Nuggets?
Yeah, I got the Nuggets. I got the Tyson fight over here.
Oh, what's happening with the Tyson fight? We haven't even talked about fights
these are
for
the
hours
These
now.
are the beginning rounds. They have the.
I know. It's undercard.
Undercard.
It's called undercard.
I know. I knew the word. I just.
Sports guy. Hey, sports guy.
boxing.
Hey, sports guy over there.
I'm watching real sports over here.
Real sports? No, boxing is the only real sport. Come on.
No, basketball's a game of finesse. You'll never
It's
understand.
all it's squeaks. It's just squeaks on squeaks
It's,
on squeaks.
The balance of power and finesse. But either way.
That's what I say about Hearthstone.
So if people want to do events in New York, they need to contact you, obviously, because you guys got the lock on a whole bunch of cool venues, which is kind of what we needed. So I was like, well, there you go. That's perfect. Because yesterday they called me, like, you coming? I'm like, I ain't coming. I ain't going to make it. But I really wanted, and then I was thinking about the dates, and I looked at I was like, wait a minute, this is actually the perfect time to announce ADSI. So once again, ADSI, if you are worthy, I will be contacting you. And
but if you think
it's only
you're
going to be
worthy,
50. It's only 52 entries.
if you think
maximum.
you're worthy and
Just relax,
Adam's memory might be failing, you might want to just reach out to
Oh
him
yeah,
and
you can do that.
send him a little nudge.
Send me
or,
something.
You know,
I
that
can.
you're
I'll take
interested.
bribes. I take early bribes.
And just so you know, Adam will have nothing to do with any of the judging. In fact, when we get there, we won't even let him. It'll just be everyone he selects as judges.
No, everybody's. I'm telling you, there's going to be like the way I already told you how to set up. It's like
Yeah,
everyone's
I
got a
wasn't paying
table.
attention.
Table is the crew. Everybody's like 8 to 10 people at a table.
And it's a head-to-head.
It'll be about
Turn
100,
it over.
There's 100 people coming, and that's it. So
I thought it was 50 a few minutes ago. Look, it
52
doubled.
entries, 100 people.
Dig it.
Dave, don't you worry.
A lot
I
of
got it.
people.
I got it under
How do
control.
people find out about your event this coming weekend?
So they're finding out about it now. They've been hearing about it. You know, obviously we're pretty shadow banned on the social medias, but word
Welcome
gets
to the
around
crowd.
first evening on Sunday for the Kush and Sour Comp and Expo. But if you didn't get your tickets yet, you could use code THANKS and
There you
save. On our link, it's an event high, Kush and Sour Expo. You know, it's easy. OMG events. Find it. It's
Mark
easy.
is putting it up right now. He's not paying
He's not-
attention
he's
to
not
the
watching the
games
game or the fight
or anything
or-
or his fight or the phone and
All right, what are we doing here?
complaining about. You pay attention.
Cushionsour.com, right? Or I don't know. I was like Kush and
Kush
Sour.
and Sour
Kush
on
and Sour.
Eventbrite.
Sour.
Our handle is
There we go.
The handle is at OMG Events LLC, and in our link, the bio, right, all that. Just click on it, put your code in OMG1 or thanks, save like $5 or $10, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty lit. Yeah,
I'm
indoor
gonna
outdoor.
put that on his Instagram stories.
It's on our page. It's on the
Vinyl
page.
Yeah.
Showcase, Styles P, Med, like, you know, OGs from the mega
All
raffle. All
the
that.
judges are coming through, plus tons of other, you know,
gonna be-
breeders, growers.
Yep, it's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be so
Wait,
fun.
we've had some people texting us. Is AJ Sour Diesel really a judge? Oh goodness! Tell them Dave and Adam say hello. And
We will. So
we wish
yeah,
we could be
everybody's
there
saying,
with
how
them.
are you getting all of these different? You know, how are you getting AJ and I'm so tired, but all of these other judges together in the same room? And it's like because everybody has something
That's
to
what
say.
that's
so
what that's what our
everybody should
platform's
come
about.
together.
It's all about inclusion and everybody thriving together. So that's the whole thing. And you know, we
Fuck
hope
yeah.
everyone- yeah.
And AJ has a tremendous sense of humor, so feel free to make fun of him in front of other people when he's around. He loves that.
We actually had a cool chill. We were like in the city in a little space.
Oh, for the judge kids.
Yeah, like Sherbinsky came through, AJ, JJ, Rick, some other heads, and it was fun, man. So
Danny.
I could just imagine the show. Like, yeah, Danny was there too.
Is Danko?
Danko's coming.
Sweet.
All right, we'll have to have him on next week to give a listen.
One other thing, big shout
get
out
we get
to
an update.
Little Fat Kid Farms. They sponsored a nice amount, you know, for this event. They helped out, so you know, we appreciate it.
Shout out
Yeah.
Gorilla Guy, great home grower from Long Island.
And all the other sponsors, you know. So
Long Island. Sweet.
Nice, nice.
So thanks for having us, you know, and we can't wait for ADSI in New York. That's going to be so lit.
Yeah, we're gonna get. We'll talk about that one and get that rolling. And I will be getting invites out, so keep your eyes out for that.
Sweet. And February, what a great month to travel from Colorado to New York.
Just shut the hell up. Every month
The
we get
best.
something for you. It'll be
The
too
best.
hot, too cold, too this, too that.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Good job.
New York City is a great place to have this event.
Oh, it's got to happen. Well, we've been threatening it for a while now, so it's time to make it happen. 2025, sir.
And I'm sure Mark put that up in the chat, so it's out
he
there.
Made all the. He made a whole flyer for me.
Hopefully, you guys will sell out.
Good job, Mark. Yeah. So
Anyone
we'll
else
see
you
you
wanna
soon.
plug?
Have a good event. What's that?
Anyone else they want to plug?
Yeah.
I think they.
We love everyone.
Shout out to Kip. Shout out to Kip also for linking us up.
Shout out everyone.
Shout
You know
out.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone that loves the plant and keeps it going, makes it happen, and all that stuff.
Thank you.
Hell
And-
yeah.
And thank you, Strap. Anybody you want to plug before we kick you off?
Yeah, tell Mike he failed. Mike's a failure.
Yeah.
420, all the owners, operators
They're
out here.
playing you off, Strap. Let's go. I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank Adam Dunn for showing me everything I know about growing,
There you go.
build a soil, and all the guys out at Colorado Area 420 and the train car and everybody.
Grease Nutrient, Mary Jane Collective, Area 420, all the operators out here. Thanks, No Regrets and Astronomics for dropping off the flower samples. And
who didn't label him? Who's the guy who didn't label it?
Astronomics.
Fucking Astronomics. Next time, label the weed so you know what the fuck it is.
He's it's a madhouse over there, man. He's got a lot of moving pieces.
I got a
right
bunch
now,
of
so-
randos in here. Randos.
I know. I told him, he was like, "Yeah, Dave was giving me shit about it because I put it all in one bag." I was like, "Yeah,
Quiet.
that's probably
Pretty
true."
quiet.
Thank you, guys.
All right, man.
Appreciate it. Peace.
Now it's time for the real ads. Pay the bills. Oh, here she goes. This is how we know how old they are. They get
No, they're
need glasses.
young.
I know they're young. They should
Yeah,
be able
it's
to
a
know how to
pleasure
push
to
those
have you on.
buttons.
Thank you,
That's
Danny.
not
Shout
easy,
out
man.
to
That's all I gotta say about it.
SoHighCafe.com.
Soon to be
4300
Rager spot.
West Alameda. Come check us out tomorrow, 4:20 p.m. for this pre-party rager that we're gonna have.
Old school
Old school.
Colorado Ray-based scene
PrEmanciparty,
reunion.
that's what I
Yeah.
said.
All that.
Yeah, I want to work on that. Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
Yeah, we're workshopping it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah,
I just,
workshop it.
I mean, maybe. I'm so tired.
I guess
Rave-based,
Just
huh?
come, please.
it's the
Yeah.
pre-show for
So
Mind
high.
Chatter, Resonant Language, and Droid Visuals.
Will drugs be made
And
available?
Is, that,
Morgan?
is this the Mumble Fest? What's going on?
Yeah,
Is this-
Mumblefest. Mind Chatter, Resonant Language with Droid Visuals, Anna Morgan, Posse, and
This is
He's
what
gonna
is
have
tomorrow
brisket
night.
tomorrow.
And then on Sundays, Emancipator Trio, Gop Steppa, Freddie Todd, Chief Boyer Beats.
Totally doesn't sound like he's reading.
No, yeah, he's holding the phone so far away from
I
him.
know.
Right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to focus like such an old guy. He's like,
Come on down to SoHi Cafe and get some barbecue. If you have a podcast, you can come down and record it 4300
Colin,
West
will you hold
Alameda.
his phone for him so he can read it?
Yeah, hold it now.
gotta
Yeah,
be like way over.
farther away it gets, it's better.
I know.
Thank
Aren't
you, Mark.
humans
I'm
funny?
with you all the way. Okay.
Why don't you take a photo and then zoom in? That's what
That's
I do.
what I was
That's
doing.
old
Ozo
guy.
Coffee.
That's like old hip guy.
OzoCoffee.com.
Zoom it in on my thing.
Totally what I do.
OzoCoffee.com.
So you go to
Wait.
ozocoffee.com. You
She
enter
must
Dun-
know Ozo.
It's in the
Done Deal
sauce.
2024.
They've been around for 10
You
years,
get
right?
20,
10 years?
more than that, almost 20.
I'm more of a tea drinker.
What?
Yeah.
They have tea,
Wow.
Yeah.
but the coffee's way better.
Catch a buzz.
They do have tea.
The coffee's amazing.
I know,
the
we kept
beans
you a
come
long time. Huh? You're like,
from all over the
long
planet
show,
Earth.
man.
And they get roasted in Boulder. So you go to ozocoffee.com, you enter Done Deal 2024, you get 20% off your order. Get a subscription.
BuildTheSoil.com.
I will do that.
855-877
Okay, this is something that she can contact. So check them out online because they have everything you need for growing, and it's all organic stuff, and it's also very well curated materials. Like everything he has is like fully vetted. It's no bullshit. It's not like
No bullshit.
You know. Well, nowadays it's like you don't know. You go to some place and you're like, you think it's all fucking good, and then you realize like, oh, right next to the good shit, they got the bad shit. And these guys don't have any of that. It's all just super fire like products. And you go to buildthesoil.com or you go to 855-877-SOIL. Call the person like a human and say what up, and they're all cool. They all grow weed. They all know what's up. Like
Tell them heard about it on the show.
Say Adam Dunn show, and they'd be like, "Holy shit, we lost a lot of money because Adam Dunn." we applied his discount to everybody for a whole year or something crazy, and then they realized at the end of the year, like, "Oh, dude, we've been giving your discount to everybody." And I was like, "There you go, fucking deals for everybody."
BuildASoul.com. YoTip.com.
A most amazing smoking
You
utensil.
appreciate that,
It's
or
just a
did you
better
like
way
that?
to smoke.
Did you appreciate these?
Yeah, it is.
Did you get the thing is, it's very tactilely nice. Like, it's good on your teeth because when you put a glass tip in, which like a lot of people liked, but the problem is they're kind of heavy and they're they can tap
Was
on
it
your
bamboo?
teeth.
Be
The
real.
glass when you
Won't
do the glass
smoke.
ones.
No, these
Oh,
two.
this is actually birch wood, so it's fast growing and it's farmed, so it's not like coming from wild trees or anything like that. So they farm it. I'm gonna harvest it, and you can throw them away after a couple. You can do 2 joints, maybe 3 joints max.
Yep.
Depends how resiny your shit is. Really good joint, you just throw it after the first one. No big deal. And how much they're giving some of the money to charity for.
When they get cash flow positive, 10% will be going towards spinal cord research.
Because the kid who invented it figured it out. He basically was like so he's a C4 or was it
He's a quadriplegic.
He's quadriplegic, but he
But that's just what happened to him. It's not what he is.
no, exactly. And he loved getting high with his friends, and then COVID kind of happened, and his doctor was like, "Dude, you are immune compromised. You can't smoke with anybody." And he's like, "What? Ever again?" He's like, kind of like, "Oh shit." So then he figured this out. He's like, "What if everybody had their own tip?" You know what I mean? And then I wasn't sharing joints. Then it was like, "Hey, maybe you're onto something." And they worked on it for a while, him and his dad, and put it out a few years ago. It's really such an amazing product. They didn't want to put it out during COVID and scare everybody like, "Oh, it's for COVID," but it really is, and like
And it really works.
for like wook flu and all the fucking
Conference cough.
Yeah, exactly. Cannabis cough.
The plague.
Terps, not herbs.
The hippie lip.
So you go to
Got the
YoTip.
hippie lip. You don't want that.
Yeah.
YoTip.com.
Don't bring that home.
Done deal at checkout.
GreenFarmsMed.com.
Oh shit, it's coming, dude.
Soon
I'll
to
get
be
you soon to
home
be.
of Sage Master Genetics.
It is home now. We already started. It's already
Oh,
starting.
good. It already started. Good.
It started.
I just didn't want to say.
I know it's happening. That's
Okay,
what that
that's
was.
fine.
I've been saying for weeks now. Big announcement, but the big announcement is we are deep in at Green Farms today. You got to go check it out. Did a little tour.
It was so sick.
Very impressed.
Yeah.
It's
There will be video content.
There will be.
Yeah.
She's got to be a med patient right now, and you're going to buy.
Oh,
their
but very
flower.
soon is not, because guess what happened in Colorado Springs?
What happened in Colorado
They passed fucking recreational.
Oh, that's the end of our military down there.
Because they're all
the
leaving
kids are
anyway.
gonna get kicked out.
Doesn't matter.
well, yeah.
Space Force is out. Space Force is going to Alabama.
I know how to get
Just
the
like
paperwork
stoners
done.
into the military.
Dude, they don't care anymore. It's all
It's an
cool.
auto
The new
out.
guy, he's got all his he's like ready to, I smoke some weed. It's all good. You
Let's
need
go.
it.
That's how I got
It's
out.
happening.
GreenFarmsMed.com. Ask for the done deal.
Yes, sir.
You need a med patient. You need a med card. You go to holoshealth.com. Tell them you heard about it on the show. You'll get 20% off your medical evaluation.
Green Bros.
So I heard about this company, Green Bros.
Oh, these guys.
They have been supporting the show since a few weeks after I joined. Adam uses an M Lite at home, and it's an amazing tool. I saw the M1 in action today, and it really was about, if you were running it at full speed, I'm going to say it'll do 20 pounds an hour without fail. And you hook this into a system with a rise conveyor and a sorter, and then run your trim through a trichome extractor.
It's getting sticky.
It is the most efficient way
Like I see it
to
spinning
produce
really slow 'cause it's
cannabis
not-
for the
you weren't hot
commercial
enough.
market. It will not be 100% ready for the bag. It will be 85%, maybe 90% once you become proficient with the machine. And it can pass for hand trim. Okay? So if it can pass for hand trim, you get to reallocate probably 80% of your labor workforce. So you go to greenbros.com and tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anything
I can
you
see
wanna add
I
to
feel
that,
though it is-
Colin?
It is getting that kind of like, like if like.
I want to add
when
that
your oil gets a
efficiency
little
is
thicker.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Time is money.
Time is money. And
Yeah,
this harvest
save time.
bucket, all you need is a Homer bucket and a drill. and you turn yourself into a home turtle.
That's right.
Put a drill on top.
Green
It's
Bros.
Oh, wait. Landlady wants to talk during the show. This is a rarity here.
I love
Landlady.
you so much. No, I was just talking to him about how wonderful it is, and
Like, she's been
just
watching
how-
me rock through shit.
oh my gosh, it's spectacular.
Yeah, it's a pleasure
I
to
would
have you
definitely
on.
recommend it to anybody out there.
For those
Try
of you
it.
listening, that's the landlady. She's on Patreon. So if
we know the
$1.05
Come hang
an
out with
episode-
us, guys.
Greenbros.com.
We're gonna do a demo in a minute. So
This
you
show
guys-
is worldwide.
And for all you concentrate heads, if you're in Denver or Oklahoma,
you know these guys? Oh, you don't really smoke dabs.
a massive drop.
does now. You do.
I do now.
Oh,
A massive
there we
drop
go.
has just
She's gonna
landed.
have one of
Your,
these when she gets home. She'll be like, call it
a massive drop has just landed at your local Terp Temple. Lots of new hash rosin, ambrosia, and live batter, resin and rosin carts, and all new single source flour. We just dropped some 4-gram rosin jars at $60 a piece. Check out the full menu below. They got all kinds of new live hash rosin, ambrosia, live rosin carts, ambrosia carts. They have $12 carts at the Federal store. If you drop by there, let them know that Mark from the Adam Dunn Show sent you.
No. Just say Mark. Come on.
And they will take care of you. Apothecary Farms.
Dabx.com. Done deal at checkout. 20% off the lowest prices.
This is what you
ever.
probably have to get next, since now that you're a dabber. So you can have this will be your next purchase.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Comes in a handy dandy little case. You're gonna love it. Looks just like a camera case, so it's perfect because you already got all your camera gear.
The rig is cool, but if you have a rig that you like, you can also buy this.
You can get an
Oh, if you already
MK1
have a
rocket.
rig, you can put it right in
You
here.
can
Boom.
turn your rig into a
Mobile.
rocket.
It's like a mobile. It looks good together, like that. Almost looks like they're brothers or cousins. They're cousins for sure.
Yeah.
You enter the Done deal at checkout or Done deal at checkout. You're going to get 20% off anything in your cart. I believe it's $159 with the Done deal. Gets you a Dabx Go in any color with a cleaning kit shipped to your house.
She's already. Oh, what?
Dabx.com.
Yeah,
14 or bolder.
for sure.
Mom, you know what to
My
get her for Christmas now.
One of my favorite
Yeah, hey
dispensaries.
mom. There we go.
Dabx.com. Get the Done deal.
One of my favorite dispensaries in Boulder. If you enter Done deal at checkout, you get 20%
See, they got the
off.
new boxes. I see
everything.
they've got the reduced
Yep.
waste box now. You
yeah,
notice
I like
that?
that.
You notice that?
I do notice
Before they
that.
had this double layer waste of everything. I was like, why does the box have to be so big?
Yep. Nice packaging.
I like
Place
it.
a pre-order and know that they differentiate themselves from all the other dispensaries that don't carry anyone else's products. So everything you buy there was made with 14er flour.
Here I come.
Get the Done deal on your pre-order.
Yes, sir.
Humboldt Humidors. Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
HumboHumidors.com.
Dave.
Enter Done deal at checkout.
Those are also good.
James?
That's another good gift for Stacy to pick up.
Rocky
Stacy,
Mountain
you're gonna buy
High.
all this stuff now. I'm telling you. It's
I,
part of
All right,
yes,
your job.
yes, I'm gonna buy
High.
it.
Your job
All
is
of
to
it.
support
Five
all,
locations in
support
Denver,
all
one
of
down
our
in Durango.
sponsors. That's why I brought you over.
You're welcome.
They've got
I know how it works.
RockyMountainHigh.co.
Whoa, Rocky Mountain. So he had him over today. He was there at the demo.
He was, and he was very impressed.
He was impressed.
Nice.
So anytime you go to any one of these stores, all you have to do is ask for the Done deal, either in their pre-order or shopping face-to-face. You'll get, I believe, 10% off, but you get 10% off everything. We really appreciate it. They carry DabLogic products. They carry 710 Labs. It's fire.
Yeah,
So go to
they have good
RockyMountainHigh.com.
Good selection, good people.
Get a gram of that DabLogic with the Done deal.
Done deal.
Thanks, guys.
Stundenglass.
Oh, we didn't even pull the Stunden glass out yet.
No.
We
might have
talked
to.
about them.
We might have to.
Stundenglass.com.
Patreon, we might have to pull it out.
Done deal at checkout. 23% off
what are you
anything in
on
the
about?
store.
This gets you so high.
Well, she has to get. She has.
Yeah, she has to get super stupid.
She has to get super stupid. It's coming out for tomorrow, though, for sure.
Tomorrow's
Yeah.
fine.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you want
I'm
it.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. My
Hortitech
tolerance
wants
is
to
actually
try it.
quite high
Hortitech
for how
Direct.
little I know.
HortitechDirect.com. They are the premier greenhouse manufacturers in the United States. They manufacture for any climate. And you know what they do? They make a greenhouse that's double walled with all the mechanics on the interior that survived a North Dakota storm that lasted 3 days with 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds and minus 70 degrees outside. Never wavered from 72 degrees inside. So tell me you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. HortitechDirect.com.
Dun-dun-dun.
Terpwipes.com/done deal is all you
those
need
are
to
good.
do.
You might want to buy those.
If you have a sloppy dabber in
she's
your
not ready
house.
for those yet, but that looks like a product you might.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
actually. So it's with ethyl alcohol instead of isopropyl, and they are bigger, thicker, and they just work fucking great. They're the and you basically use little sticks and clean inside your bangers or whatever if you need to. It's just like, here, take some of those. We have more too for you.
Yeah, even if you're not a dabber, you can use them to clean out your flower bowls.
He doesn't have to buy it. He gets it.
Wow, yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
he hoards them usually.
He hoards
He
everything.
he'll come and he'll give us like one.
Yeah, we get like half a bag of
here you
coffee or
go,
something.
half a bag of coffee and a turp
Hey,
wipe.
can you guys split this because you know?
And we have to split it amongst all of us.
uh-huh.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I am definitely
Oh,
gonna
you got 2 of them. Nice.
Wow, you're fucking
Whoa.
special.
Oh.
Yeah.
I better hide these.
Special.
Hi, Schmoopsy.
Terpwipes.com/done deal.
He doesn't have to run away now.
Bio365.com.
Bio
First oil in space. You go to bio365.com. You tell them you heard about it on the show. They'll take very good care of you.
Don't forget Bob Weir.
Oh, yeah. Deadhead owned.
Deadhead on there.
Numbnuts.
Co.com.
Don't forget Bob.
CBD peanut butter sent to your door. If you hit the Find Our Nuts button, you can get 1,000 milligram.
Tight ones.
What? What's so funny?
No,
I
I just
can't
love you reading
concentrate.
it.
You guys
Oh yeah, no
keep
nuts right after that.
throwing me off.
Boulder
man.
Built.
I don't.
They were also there.
.com. Tell me you heard about it on the show. You get 10% off your order. You walk in. You can shop face to face. You can also mention you heard about it on the show. They'll take really good care of you. The flower they grow is phenomenal.
Oh, don't
Fire
even
crotch.
say it. Oh.
Yeah,
Fire
crotch.
crotch.
He always has to talk about his fire crotch.
That's
every
the
time.
one I know
That's
all
what
about
it's
that.
like.
It's
Bonnie,
really
do
good.
you know about Mark's fire
Do
crotch?
you know Mark loves fire crotch?
Interesting.
Like
Do you know Mark has fire crotch at home?
in his pocket right now?
In his pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
In
got
his
a pocket
pants?
full of fire crotch.
It's ridiculous.
In his pants is full of fire crotch? Seriously.
His pants are full.
He says he loves
Yeah.
fire
I love
crotch.
it. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
It's
it
fire,
is his
dude.
favorite.
It's
Are
fire.
you aware of this?
It smells great.
Now we're
You're
talking.
okay with it, though.
Tastes great.
Oh, yes, you are?
Sunscape LED.
Wait, go back one. Hold on. I want to talk about your fire crotch. SunscapeLED.com. These lights were manufactured and invented in China for the mining industry. They are quality equal to that used in pools, which is the top of the line. And therefore, Adam cleaned them with a pressure washer. He should have unplugged
While they're
them.
running, that's
He
what's
didn't.
cool about it. You can just go in there and go
But he
nuts.
should have.
No, you don't have to.
Yes, you do.
Don't have to, but they're
You go to
they're tunable.
SunscapeLED.com.
You've got 3 spectrums you can play with, so you can just dial them in.
That's the
Or
beauty
fuck
of
them
it.
up, I guess. It's kind of a...
Spring, summer,
No,
fall.
you'll find he has some presettings.
You can drop the red or add more red and get some more stretch, and then drop the red right when it goes into flat, like when it starts picking up a little bit more speed.
Yeah,
and then
drop the
slow.
red.
So it gives you the options. You know, it's one of those things where like there you go. You see, you're like,
See it?
boom, boom, boom. So you can
Sunscape.
start off with like red early, and then go full spectrum, and then kind of end off with more red. And
Like
create little
sunset, sunrise.
Yeah,
SunscapeLED.com.
pretty much.
Jerome Baker.
Or just party time and go in there. And just make
He's
shout
our
out.
man. He invented the Vindicator with us.
Oh, that was how the Vindicator was made, right there.
That's right.
Sunscape.
We mentioned it to him. He said, "No problem, man." No
He knew
problem.
exactly what we needed.
He
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
it.
He nailed it on the first
Yeah.
round. It was like perfect.
Line drive to right
I was
center
like, I need
field.
to clear out the chamber with
Could
the
go over
nitrous
the wall.
thing.
Stayed there till 1 in the morning getting her done.
1 in the morning.
So if you need a classic tube or a new bong for your dabs,
Oh yeah, now that you're a big dabber,
yeah.
Yeah.
another one.
Jerome
you need to
Baker
get.
Designs.
You have so much to buy. I can't believe that's the whole thing. You don't know when you come here that you're you're actually now massive cannabis consumer. What else
I am
you
a
got?
pro now.
Hey there, Adam Dunn Show
Officially.
listeners. Mark here with some exciting news. That's going
I'm
to make
feeling
your month.
fucking zooted.
It's time for our flavor of the month. That's right. This month we're highlighting our entire lineup of Kush varieties for all you enthusiasts out there. For this month only, any seeds with Kush in the name are 20% off their regular price. And speaking of incredible
distract them.
genetics, let's give a huge shout out to our breeder of the month, Precursor Genetics. These innovative breeders are revolutionizing the game with their unique varieties. To celebrate, we're offering 20% off all Precursor genetic items. But that's not all. We've got weekly flash sales running until the end of the year. These special offers are strictly limited time deals, so you'll want to check our site regularly to catch these exclusive items while they last. Stop it. Ready to grab these amazing deals?
Deals.
Visit us at seedsherenow.com for your favorite seeds, or head over to iwantclones.com to check out our living genetics. Don't forget, these are this month's specials only, so don't miss out. That's seedsherenow.com and iwantclones.com, your trusted source for premium genetics.
Ooh, now we're talking.
And support the show, adamdunshow.com/show merch. We got show merch.
I was thinking, if you buy one of those jackets and you get take a photo of yourself with the jacket on, I'll send you a pack of seeds.
Oh yeah, buy one of those jackets.
That's so basically, you're buying seeds.
I'm going to buy one.
That's a dumb business decision.
I don't care. Do
If
it.
they had orange and black, I'd
Five
get
people
one.
do it. I'll be stoked. I'll be like, cool. Here's
Why
five
don't they
packs
have
of
orange
seeds,
and
big deal.
black, though?
Just don't be in Australia, because those guys, they're so annoying. They're always the guys that want to send you stuff. I'm like, wait, you're in Australia, dude? That's gonna cost like $190 to send you a sticker. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, but they're bringing the mullet back,
and
so
they really want stuff. Like, they are so starved for stuff down there. They want.
I just feel like they would look pretty good
we
in
can't
it, but
get that.
I
and then
get
you
it.
feel so
I get it,
bad, and then you end up doing it.
It's
Like,
all
all
about-
right, I'll send you the thing.
It's
And then you
about
send them
King
the thing that costs like
Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
$120. And you're like,
I don't what
for like
King
a lighter
Gizzard
and
the
a
Lizard
sticker
Wizard.
and a fucking whatever.
They're
else.
out of control.
Not worth it.
Not
They're
worth
on every night, dude.
Dude, they have, and then if you go,
What's happening with the fights? No one cares about us
still
anymore.
free
it's still the undercard, Adam.
Oh,
Sweet.
as Adam told
I'll make
you.
it home before you
Explain.
guys fucking spoil
Master.
it. And the diamond mine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Nuggets
having
are on
me.
too.
Really, it's not often I'm blown away by some new product.
Pretty
that's
cool.
out
Yeah,
there.
We already.
actually.
The thing is, we have smoked so much of your product over the years, and
Never tasted this good.
no, wow, no, it always tastes good, but appreciate it always because the consistency is like beyond normal, almost. Like
Oh, I know
most
all
people,
about that.
you know, they got to run. Then after that run, something happens, either get lazy or whatever. But it seems like you don't do that at all. Like,
Yeah, it's
No.
pretty dialed.
It
Like-
never gets phoned in.
no, and it's always like you know, and he explains to me too. Mr. X has explained many times, like the mindedness of everything is like boop 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 boop, and everything is exact. You don't fuck around, which is appreciated. And like I said, you are the first invite to ADSI. It is in New York. It is a trip, but it will be fun. And I have a feeling you will if you treat your flower the way you treat your extracts, which I know you do. I don't see a lot of. I haven't seen your flower because I've only seen it in this form.
Mostly goes into extracts.
But you could always. The thing is, what we're going to do also.
now we're
So with
talking.
ADSI, my original plan was to keep it flower. Then later, of course, it was like, well, you should do this, and I was like, we could, but the problem is, it's with flower, it's kind of like at least regardless of type or whatever, it's still all the same material regardless because it's head to head. Once you start going in with extracts, it's like you have to. It's hard to like, oh, okay, you're gonna put hand rubbed hash next to that. It's gonna be a really hard competition in a sense. So. But some people appreciate that, and other people appreciate that. But what I do, the other round that we would do is have rosin presses there. So if you lose, you go into the rosin category, and then you could possibly win that category because there might be a situation where because if you lose, there's usually a bunch of flour left over. If you win, you barely have enough flour to win because I only ask for a couple ounces, usually 2 ounces, sometimes a little more.
Maybe 3.
Sometimes 3 if you can really get it, but most people are like, oh, 3 ounces. But
For the
still,
entry?
because the problem is if you get it, you're good, you're going to go through 30 rounds, you're going to go through a bunch of rounds over and over and over again because now you're going, as the brackets get tighter and tighter, now you're going back and back. And what happens is if the weed starts to get worse looking, by the time you get down to the very bottom, you're like, shit, we were like, the first time we just did an ounce and it wasn't not enough because it was like, fuck, now we've got this microscopic amount and we're trying to like, look at that, dude. But the thing is, we had also seen it 5 times come around. So at a certain point, right now we're just going off of memory or whatever. But the idea is to keep a show bud in case everybody, but usually 2 ounces is kind of like the normal ask,
We'll provide more info on
But
the
in general, then the
ADSI
rosin
soon.
category live gives you the opportunity to win second place. So it's kind of like we've, kind of about the best we can do, really.
And let's acknowledge Telly, who came in. Haven't seen him in a while. Thank you for
Oh, shit.
gracing us with your fucking presence.
That's right. Well, he's gonna be here tomorrow. You're gonna be here tomorrow, Telly. I hope.
Well, there's a party here with like
Party.
kids music.
We need you. We need you tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
kids
anyway,
music.
we'll talk in a second.
Techno and breakbeat.
Yes, that's right.
All right. So if you're Patreon listener, we're going to be going over to
Some-
a
maybe some sets.
test
some
run now.
dub.
We've taken that. You never finished the
Dub
story with the grinder. With the grinder, he's been converted. Now we're thinking that we're going to be able to use it for seed. So it's going to be a test run of separating seed, stem, and flower basically with one machine.
You really want to join Patreon for this?
This is already
now
worth
we're
it.
talking.
$5 a week, $4.20 a month.
Thank you, Colin.
See you over there.
Oh,
Thank you,
Jay.
Diamond Mine, Jay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Stacy,
Thank you.
for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
And-
this is really fun.
And thanks to shout out to obviously Strap and the guys over
And
at
BGO, Flower Factory.
OMG Venues. Or
Yeah.
it's OMG, or it's, I don't know. Look, you'll see it on my card. Look on the
Peace.
card. It's on there. We're too high. Peace. Later, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
Sweet.